by distinguished papers or sports associations, be a place winner at a state meet, be selected to participate in a state senior all-star contest, and or be all academic all-state. We have 7 new members and 4 repeat members being added to the Wall of Fame tonight. Here are the 7 new members. Our first inductee is Aiden Bergman. He is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Aiden, as a freshman, achieved this honor by finishing 7th place at 113 pounds at the state wrestling meet. Our second inductee is Emma Bowes. She is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Emma achieved this honor by being part of the 5th place distance medley relay team at the state track meet last spring. Our third inductee is Cooper Hines. He is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Cooper, as a freshman, achieved this honor by finishing 4th place at 106 pounds at the state wrestling meet. Our fourth inductee is Morgan Krall. She is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Morgan achieved this honor by finishing 10th place at the state golf meet last spring. Our fifth inductee is Lainey Pilcher. She is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Lainey achieved this honor by being named a second-team All-State and also selected to several state All-Star games in basketball. Lainey is currently playing basketball at Iowa Central Community College in Fort Dodge. Our sixth inductee is Sarah Mead. She is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Sarah achieved this honor by being part of the 5th place distance medley relay team at the state track meet last spring. And our 7th inductee is Kayla Wymore. She is a new member to the Wall of Fame. Kayla achieved this honor by being named 3rd team All-State in softball. Kayla is currently attending Hawkeye Community College. Next are the 4 repeat members to the Wall of Fame. Our first repeat member is Jack Miller. Jack became a Wall of Fame member in 2022. He added to his resume by being named 3rd team All-State in basketball and baseball last year. Our second repeat member is Mackenzie Wilson. Mackenzie became a Wall of Fame member in 2022. She added to her resume by finishing 4th place at the state cross-country meet last fall. And our third repeat member is Claire Wright. Claire became a Wall of Fame member in 2021. She added to her resume by finishing 7th place in the 800 and was part of the 5th place distance medley team last spring at the state track meet. And our fourth repeat member is Caitlin Zelli. Caitlin became a Wall of Fame member in 2022. She added to her resume by being part of the 5th place distance medley relay team last spring at the state track meet. Please give another round of applause for all of our Wall of Fame members.
All right, welcome to the pregame show. It is homecoming week, which has lots of things that put in store for that. Friday night homecoming usually has a lot going on, but this Friday night, even more going on since what happened last Friday. A lot of stuff got shifted to this week. But let's talk about, as we bring in Jesup, first-year head coach Jacob McMartin. And, Coach, let's rewind to last week. And you know, there was maybe some foreshadowing of what was to come. A fresh soft game getting postponed with pending weather with West Marshall coming in. But then got a series in, maybe a couple more plays. There's lightning, and off to the building for, 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that. Talk through, I guess, even the conversation before kickoff with your guys, as that was maybe looming, and the field conditions obviously were going to be a little bit different than what you've been used to as well.
Yeah, I would say pregame, our big, kind of word or big rock all week was focus. Like focus on what we need to do to win a football game. We felt the week before that no one was focused and ready for a football game. So I guess it just kind of fit with the narrative of what Friday was. Friday was a mess. I don't know how many conversations I had with Smines throughout the day. Hey, what's it looking like? What do you think? What are schools around us going to do? Are we playing the early game? Are we not playing the early game? So, talking to the kids, it was always focus. Focus on what you have to do tonight and make sure no matter what happens, there's no doubt in your mind when we walk onto that field what we're going to do as a team. I think going into PCM, there was a lot of doubt. We weren't focused. There was a lot of doubt. And I had a long talk with our kids last Thursday about what the work we've put in, the close games that we've played, the game that we had won up to that point. We had earned the right to have no doubt what we're capable of. But we need to make sure we have no doubt when we step out on that field and stay focused.
So kickoff happened, delay went in. You don't know how long it's going to be. It's going to be at least a half hour. But I guess take me through what happened when you guys were off field. I guess let people know, kind of what took place. I think you hunkered in the maintenance building for a little while, and then you moved inside. But just take me through that a little bit.
Yeah, so I swore it was a camera flash, by the way. Apparently it was lightning.
There was a lot of camera flashes after you came out. That was for sure.
Yeah, that's what I told the official. I was like, are you sure that wasn't a camera flash? No, it wasn't. Okay. So, no, we went to the maintenance building, and first thing we did, honestly, it was football focused. Like, we had a game to win, and we made a couple really just big mistakes in the first few plays. And so we got those cleaned up, talked to our offensive line, talked to some of our linebackers about some things. And then it was sit and wait, and we're in the maintenance building for, probably half an hour, and maybe not quite. But I went outside, and Joe's out there, and I said, hey, what's it going to be? He goes, it's going to be a while. I said, okay, we're going inside. So we got him inside. Thankfully, we have a ton of parent support, great support in our community for our kids. They provide many Gatorades for our kids at halftime. Stacy McCone kind of does the drop off and delivery of all those things. And I just said, hey, can we drink these Gatorades in the next, half hour? And then can we get more? She said, absolutely. And then Jason Sullivan brought the idea is like, does she have all the travel? We get meals for our road games, a little sack lunch. Can our kids get that? So we got our kids some food. We got them Gatorade. We got them in the gym. And yeah, they did
no tacos though. Tacos would not have been a good idea. So hopefully that wasn't it. Yeah.
No Taco Bell. But we got our kids in the gym, and yeah, they did some kid things because they're kids, and that's a long wait. But also our focus was still there. Like, they knew that they wanted to come back out on the field and play a football game and win a football game. So I may have asked kids, is this recess at one point? Put the dang ball away.
In a different, there was probably a different tone you had when that came out of your mouth.
Yeah. But they were focused. They were ready. They were kids, so they was laughing, joking, sitting around, throwing some footballs, pacing around and waiting. And then it was, I think, every 30 minutes, me, Joe, the white hat head official, and their coach would meet in the jack and say, hey, what's it looking like? What do we think? There was a conversation at one point of what's the point of no return? And we were all in agreement. It's like, there is no point of no return. Like, West Marshall's here. That's a hour and 40-minute trip. Like, let's play a football game tonight. So yeah, then once we knew, we just went in the gym and said, hey, in 10 minutes, you need to have your shoulder pads on, get focused, we're going. And the energy was great, honestly. And I think it was one of the reasons it was great is that's a night you'll never forget. Your whole life, you'll remember that night where you sat around for 3 hours and went out and won an 8-0 district football game at home in a mud bowl. So,
yeah, I had flashbacks. I think it was 2017. We went through this same thing. So I was pulling up videos then, and I think we were in the press box for an hour before we decided it was time to bust out the rain music.
That was
get
great.
some things going.
Yep.
So, and then just trying to get some things fired up. I was the one up there playing music. And then when you guys came out at halftime playing Sandstorm, and I went back to the booth and I went, it's 11 o'clock at night. And I just cranked that on the speakers in this town. So I'm sure there's some people upset, but hey, we had to wake people up and get them going. But anyway, as you get on the field, as things are coming out, you get on the board with the safety. You guys are moving the ball, and wow, penalties. I kept texting Zach, how many penalty yards? And he goes, hold on, because I don't think that reports until the end. But talk about, I would say West Marshall really beat themselves there, and you guys were able to overcome some of those deficits as well.
Yeah, it was. You knew it was going to be an interesting game, and we talked to our kids at halftime. This was crazy. We ran one more play than them, and we had the same exact yards on offense. I think we had 23 plays, 62 yards. They had 22 plays, 62 yards. And I talked to the kids about the margin of error is small because the errors in a night like tonight are big because the ball is wet. You can't get your footing. So we need to make sure we take advantage of our opportunities that we have. Going through and putting stats in on Saturday, I think there was like 31 total penalties in that game, which is just insane. Honestly, I don't know if I've been a part of a game that's had that many penalties. Both teams just got flagged, and they were legit flags. West Marshall was having some issues with the snap, center not snapping it on the cadence, and so the linemen were all going, and that happened 7, 8, 10 times probably. So yeah, there was a lot there, and we capitalized on the opportunities we had. First half we put together some nice drives, had a couple big plays, first down, pouring down rain, bad snap, right? And then next thing you know, we're second and 13. And those things are hard to overcome, especially in a rain game. Knowing you're not throwing the ball downfield, you got to stay on schedule anyway. And when the field's wet, you get behind the sticks. It makes for a long night. But our kids took advantage of the opportunities they had, and they were ready to win it. And they had earned the right to win that game. We lost to Wapsie Valley, and that's a 3-play game, really. We gave up 2 big plays in that game and had an opportunity to put one in and couldn't do it. We lost to Hudson on 1 play. We're 4 plays from being 4-1. And our kids had finally earned the right to win that close one that we hadn't done yet. So.
Yeah, and Jason and I were talking Friday. I'm like, if we made a player of the game, it would have been a toss-up, between Wyatt and Ryan Treptow. They both had the different roles, but they played them well and where they needed to be. And I don't think Ryan stepped off the field other than timeouts and breaks between special teams and defense and his offensive play. And Wyatt just kept chipping away where he needed to be.
Yeah, they're tough kids. I can't say enough good things about all of our kids. I'll just speak to those two. Wyatt Vanderwerf might be one of the toughest kids I've ever coached. Physically, mentally, there's nothing that gets him down. He just keeps plugging away and doing his job. And he has a motor that doesn't quit. And he takes a beating in his positions. Running back gets a lot of carries and plays inside linebacker. And Ryan's the same thing. Ryan may not look the tough kid, 6'3", 170, but he's a strong kid. He's a fast kid. He's physical. He doesn't mind getting hit. And they're on the field the whole night. And part of that is we don't have bad numbers, but, we put the best 11 on the field. And so our guys are out there and they're going. And those two have been amazing all year. Another shout out, Skylar Blade played his best game. It's a very physical game on the line of scrimmage. Did a good job on the defensive line. I think some things he was struggling with early on, he kind of broke through that barrier in technique and had a nice night. So.
Well, when you look at coming off of that one, and kudos for not pulling out the white pants for all the mothers and the people that do laundry on Friday night. I guess talk about the win of the team, but I'm sure you were quick to say, hey, enjoy it now. Let's move on. We got next week. We got Union, and they're going to come in, chip on their shoulder, and especially when you come into a week that can be a distraction. And coming off a win, that makes things a little more challenging too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, we talked to our kids, enjoy it, but we still have a lot of goals ahead of us, right? Our kids have an opportunity tonight to do something I don't think we've done in a long time, and that's win 2 district football games in the season. And Union's going to be ready, and our kids need to be focused. And we've had a nice week of practice for a homecoming week, a lot of distractions. And I talked to the kids last night. It's like all of these things are good, right? Homecoming is good. The celebration is good. But understand, the culmination of that is what we do Friday night. And you guys have worked hard for that, so make sure our focus remains on those things. It's a lot. it's a crazy week. Last night it was, hey, the next 24 hours are going to be nothing like the other Fridays that you've seen, besides what we do on the field on Friday night. So, yeah.
Yeah, a chance to celebrate.
All right, welcome to Jesup High School Football on the J-Hawks Sports Network. We break away for the playing of our national anthem from the Jesup High School Marching Band.
This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, covered by Parkland Technology.
All right, it is homecoming in Jesup, and there's not a cloud in the sky, there's not a raindrop falling, there's no lightning or what would be known as camera flashing to coaches. We're ready for high school football on a Friday night. It's game number 6, week number 6, and it's homecoming.
It is, and tonight it's a far cry from last Friday night. It's actually, we started last week on time, but this week, the weather is perfect. It's a great night. State of Iowa, so football across the state is going to have some really good games.
I'm Nate Claybrook. That's Jason Pilcher, Anthony Baugh on the controls tonight with Eric Clark at the camera. Thanks for joining us on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Parkland Technology. If you didn't get a chance, senior night was tonight. One of the many things that we had to check off the box tonight, we have a separate video on the Facebook page to see that. We were just as we joined in the Wall of Fame ceremony, and that's something we will, I will reference that throughout the game and talk about some of those players. And Jason, you know a lot of those kids, I know a lot of those kids, and the success they had, so we'll talk about that. Halftime, it's the King and Queen recognition or ceremony. That already took place at Coronation, but
it took care at the pep rally.
Pep rally this afternoon and the parade. Didn't get a parade last year. I kind of forgot they did the pep rally, but no parade last year because of rain.
Yep.
So things as normal for a good August night. It's 80 degrees at kickoff almost seems like.
Yeah, it seems, it's the end of September instead of the first part of August, so we're actually far cry from when we walked in for the JV game or fresh off game, stands were already getting halfway packed, and now the home side, it's hardly to find a spot to sit down on, and plus everybody along the rails.
Kickoff tonight, 78 degrees, and what could be a factor tonight is that strong wind that's coming out of the south to southeast, 12 miles an hour. We gusts 20, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, it didn't start picking up till right before it went out, for the recognition for the Wall of Fame. Right then, a couple big gusts were coming through, and if you can look at the flag, it sometimes is blowing pretty straight out. And it looks like that Union won the toss and elected to defer, and they're going to kick off to us.
So a beautiful night for football. Jesup coming in at 3, actually coming in at 2-3, 1-1 in district play. Union Knights still to win a game this season at 0-5 and 0-2 in district play. And they had a short week. They had a game Monday night. And PCM came back up to LaPorte City, beat them 49-21, and the coaches had the advantage. They got to go down and kind of watch that game on Monday to get a sense of what they were facing. And there's kickoff as we will see Jesup on the return, gets it at about 5-yard line, and that chisel as he ramps up and gets knocked out of bounds on that far side.
Well, Union's record, you can't go by their. I mean, they've played some heavy hitters on their non-district games. They've played West Delaware, they played Mount Vernon. So their schedule that they've haven't won a game is a lot deceiving because they've played some one of the toughest schedules probably in this area.
First down and 10. That ball sitting at the 27 of Jesup Treptow. And the quarterback spot. Quick handoff to Wyatt Vanderwerf, who was honored as senior tonight, and a flag on the field.
Right there. I'm guessing we're going to get a hold way. It was thrown right away by the umpire, and he's giving the signal.
Yeah, we had more penalty yards than passing yards last week.
Yeah, last week, we'll kind of maybe blame it on the weather, except for the first play from scrimmage. We get, called for a penalty. But last week, like me and you talked about, it was probably one of the most penalized games in the state last week between both sides. In fact, the game ended on a penalty, when they drew, West Marshall went off sides.
So if you're just joining in and didn't get a sense of last week, and if you're joining in, you probably already had a sense of last week, but the rain allowed the game to run for about 20 minutes and then went into 20-minute delay, and we got done here about, 12:05, something like that,
I think
Saturday morning?
Yeah, when the we're going to get another penalty. We're going to get illegal motion. It's going to back us up another 5.
So really it comes down to there's some discipline here as you're coming into this, and you can get some teams that's their strategy almost on the defensive side, is to see how they can throw you off, and those are easy yards.
Exactly, those are easy yards. We're already back 15 yards, so off of a hole in a legal procedure. 11:35
to go, and not much action of any. Treptow looking downfield. He's reaching for it, and a hard pass to catch. Tice Larson, the sophomore.
He was there. He had a little bit, but just couldn't get to the ball. He had to slow down a little bit. One-on-one coverage. And
not part of the game plan for sure offensively is to now just keep trying to get out of that hole and not have to punt from that situation.
Yeah, because, if we punt from there, they're going to get the ball pretty close and, right close to the 50.
Yeah, and you're punting into the wind, too.
Yeah, we're behind the chains by 15 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 25.
Jesup looking to hand off to Wyatt Vanderwerf. He finds a hole, maybe 5-7 yards on that carry.
About 7 or so on that, so it's going to bring up 3rd and approximately probably about 15 or 20,
It's a long third down situation.
It's a long third down, You never want to be behind the sticks as little as possible, especially in your first series of the night. You want to try to set some momentum going.
Got some size up front at nose tackle, 6'2", 220. Owen Henningsen, a junior, out there for the Knights.
Looking to roll out. Treptow's
block any movement.
And he's going to take the dump to Kyle Bucknell. Going to get right almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Bucknell, that's his first catch on the year.
Yeah, so it's going to go, it's right at the markers. It's going to be 4th and 10, and punt unit comes in for the Jayhawks. 15 yards of penalties, and we picked up the 15 yards. So brings up 4th and 10.
Back to return, Braden Bosack. And Treptow resumed or took over punting duties. I guess this is his 3rd game.
That's going to be
a little hop up, going to come towards the track.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 15-yard punt. It's going to spot it about at the 40, which that's a pretty good spot where it went out. So
you're cutting your teeth at wearing the stripes now, Jason. So, you see that. You kind of got to watch where that's going out, because that'll mark kind of where you see that coming out of bounds.
Yeah,
is that right?
100%. Yeah, that's one thing is like that line judge. That's his job, is pay attention. He's got to watch guy coming from out of bounds, the gunner, and also watching the balls that come to the sideline to make sure to see where it goes out of bounds at. And there's no instant replay in high school.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming.
It's a matter of time. I do fear that for the state championships or quarterfinals if that throws in.
And they're going to go out wide right, and they're going to be right at probably about a 1 yard loss going out of bounds on that. Kind of that sweep, maybe a minimal gain. No, I think it's going to back him up.
Justice Luke losing a yard as he tried to get around, but Jessup, where that spot on that left hash, really converted it down.
Yeah. Thing about it, right now where Union's at, they're pretty much already, especially in high school, in 4-down territory. Doesn't really do you much if they don't get a minimum gain the next couple series. Probably would just go for it.
Got a full moon off in the distance tonight. Second down and 11, and Union's going to gain about 5 yards.
5 on that, so it's going to bring up about third and probably about 6. A little bit, yeah.
Caleb Olson on that carry. Quarterback for Union is Caden Sorensen. He's coming in tonight. 27 out of 58 throws, 388 yards in passing, but he's got 52 on the ground on his own. Well, shifting it in that backfield, Trevor Clark. One right side, looking downfield. Sorensen sees the pressure coming from Jesup.
He's going to be short. He's going to lose probably about a yard on that, so it's going to bring up about 4. Yeah, he's going to lose a couple. He's going to go almost to the sticks.
Dawson Bell in pursuit defensively for the Jayhawks.
Good pursuit for the Jayhawks there. Brings up 4th and, well, we'll say, it says 9, but it's pretty much the sticks right on the, so ball almost 4th and 10. I mean, if Union tries a little pooch punt here, see what they come out with.
Play clock at 8 seconds.
Maybe they're going to take a little. Oh, they're coming out kind of a little bit of formation where they can do that quick kick. They're going to go out to the snap, a little bit of reverse.
A little razzle dazzle downfield. Nobody's paying attention, and the ball is almost completed.
We got caught sleeping.
In the hands of Justice Luke.
Yeah. But there's a penalty on there. I don't know what we're going to get here. We'll see what's happened. They threw the flag.
And I'm sure Coach Sullivan's got some words and some angle. And, I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to see.
On that,
you're thinking you're going to drop one back, but they pulled him in.
They pulled him in.
You just never know.
Ryan kind of came up on the, he's playing the far safety, so he's a safety. And he came up because he saw the run, which on that situation, especially 4th and 10, he probably needed to stay back. And we got lucky right there. That was that was an easy one that Union dropped, and feel bad for him.
So it appears probably declined the penalty. Yeah. Jessup will take over on downs. Officials holding up a little bit. Just want to check position or move position.
I don't know if they're just giving the ruling to Union's coach because he's talking to him right now, so maybe that's just
all right. Jessup takes over 1st and 10 on the 40. Wyatt Vanderwerf stumbles all the way.
First down.
All the way past that 50-yard line.
Looks like, well, they look like they held him. Yep,
they'll move him.
They'll move him. I said right at the sticks, right. He's right on the 50. Might have been just a little bit short, but close enough. They're just going to move the chains.
Jessup winning last week. First score on the board was in the second quarter with a safety and ended up with a touchdown in the second half to make it 8-0. And with conditions next week, they move on to play at Iowa Falls Alden. And Vanderwerf gets met at the line of scrimmage and taken hard.
Yeah, pretty much going to get right to the line of scrimmage and no gain.
Eric Niepertz, a junior on the tackle for the Union Knights.
Wyatt scored our lone touchdown last week on that little wheel route from the coming out of the backfield. Scored about a 25-yard. Yeah, it's about a 25-yard touchdown last week. Jacks take it right back at the 50. Yeah, right on the 50. 2nd and 10 from the 50.
Approaching the 8.5-minute mark.
A fumble in the snap.
Ball gets dropped. Tripto grabs it, comes in, and that line breaks through, and Wyatt Kramer.
Yeah, it looks like
stop.
Maybe.
Sack.
Looked like a little RPO where he's going to give the dive, hand off, and come back out and fumbled the. Didn't know quite what the play was going to be, so that's going to be about a 5-yard loss. Throw a 3-yard loss because of bring up 3rd and 13.
Nick Moore split here to the near side. They will push Tice Larson and Shizzle off that left side. Bring Bucknell into motion.
Yeah, that slot. Looking to throw.
And Vanderwerf goes out in that flat. Looking for an opportunity. There's Treptow. Breaks through the line of scrimmage and still going to be shy of trying to reach that first down by about 6 yards.
Looked like it's going to be a little bit more of a gainer. He did a nice job getting out of the pressure. It looked like he was going to get a little bit more of a gain to get more to the sticks, but it's going to bring up a manageable 4th and about 5, 4th and 6.
Yeah, like Coach said on the pregame show, that 6'3", 165, 170 frame.
Yeah.
He looks he looks the part, but he doesn't play it. He plays it a lot better than that.
He does. He plays a lot stronger than.
Or looks the part when you look at okay, that's the size. No, he plays bigger than that.
He does, exactly.
Just thought I should clarify what I was trying to talk about.
Yeah, I knew what you're talking about.
Not saying that he doesn't look like a football player.
He's looking to throw. He's got him over the top.
And a nice pull in by Cale Shizzle.
Nice play. Ryan had plenty of time. Had the route coming over. Shizzle's coming on that crosser, coming across. Gets in bounds about a yard or two. In high school, you just got to get 1 foot down. Had plenty of room. First down, move the chains.
Approaching the 7-minute mark. Into Union territory. Deeper in there.
Good pass blocking up front. Give him plenty of time to throw the ball.
Push Nick Moore on the left side this time. Shizzle and Larson near side.
Break a tackle. He's going to get about a little bit of a loss. It's going to bring up,
It's been a challenge trying to get that ball rolling,
especially for Ryan for right now. Wyatt's had a couple good nice runs. Kind of keen on that. Maybe do a couple play action passes. About 2nd and 11, about a 1 yard loss.
That front line, you got Skylar Blad, you got J.D. Sadler. Brendan Oshner at snapping at center. And there's Vanderwerf.
Nice gain. Going to pick up almost about 8. It's going to bring up about 3rd and... Yeah, he picked about 8. Just get the 1 yard loss. So it's going to bring about 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Coach Meg Martin talking about Vanderwerf of probably the toughest kid he's ever coached. And that's saying a lot coming from Indy and Dyke.
Yeah, think about it. If you look at him, he had battled a few injuries the last 2 years. He stays healthy. His lower body, his legs. If you look at his legs, he's got some mass. He's solid down and below. It's going to move the sticks. First down. Nice run. White going off that right side.
Marked that at the 22.
He doesn't look like physically imposing, but like I said, his lower body's got to be through for strength-wise, he's got some strong legs. And he's center of gravity's pretty low, so he's tough to bring down.
1st and 10.
He's going to get out there. He's got
Treptow's got 2 defenders and downfield.
Nice play.
Pull it in. Nick Moore.
Nick Moore with the catch. Treptow did a nice job scrambling out of that. I thought he was just looking to throw away. Nick made a nice catch coming back to the ball and getting both hands underneath that ball. First down, 1st and goal from the Jayhawks from about almost right at the 5.
Well, they're saying 6.
6, yeah, right inside there. So 1st and goal from the 6.
That ball's just right in front of that line.
Nick did a nice job adjusting the ball. And Ryan rolling out to his left and throwing the ball. Nice play.
2 split left, tight on that line.
He's going to go with the draw.
Treptow gets behind his fullback and will push maybe up the 2 or 3 yard line in there.
He's going to leave him a spot about the 1. Maybe almost right at the extra point line. 2nd and
4:38 to go, still in the first half, waiting on the first score. Homecoming 23 here in Jesup.
And go to Vanderwerf, and he's going to be short.
Yeah, they saw that coming.
They saw that coming up the dive, yeah.
4 Union Knights sitting there waiting. Getting a tackle. I think you're going to give credit to Keegan Ellsworth on that stop.
We want to punch it in here. We don't. I mean, White can probably kick it from there, but I think we want to score a touchdown. We want to set the momentum.
Got a couple tries to make it.
Yeah.
Give credit to Jacob Oldhouse on that right end. Coach McMartin has thought highly of where he started the season, how he's progressed, and there's the keeper from
Nice
Tripto.
play. Nice
Jumps
play.
in for 4 yards.
Good play. Fakes the dive to Wyatt, going right off the right between the center and guard, and Ryan goes in untouched. Good play call.
Bring in the extra point attempt, and that will give honors to Vanderwerf. Treptow will hold. And we've got an interesting lineup when you look where they're split left and right.
Yeah, a little bit of a half swinging gate type. I don't really mean they're so.
Oh, we're going to try and go for that 2-point conversion. Treptow, he tries to fight through and not able to make it.
Yeah, it looked like almost he's going to try to like an option pitch. He had Wyatt going in a pitch motion with him.
So 3:50 remains in the first quarter. Jesup 6, Union nothing. After a 4-yard run in by Treptow for Jesup, but that took some work.
I mean, the offensive line, besides the first series when they got called, or the first play from the line of scrimmage, they got called for hold. They did a tremendous job that whole series, giving Ryan plenty of time to throw. Rushing, we did a nice job. Picked up, a 4th and 3, I think it was, or 3rd and 3. And then that play right there when Ryan scored, he had a wide open hole, no one touched him.
Thanks for everybody joining in tonight on the J-Hawks Sports Network YouTube channel as well as Facebook Live. Looks like pushing 200 viewers on tonight. And have to get a sense.
Yeah, we can't do the thing like we used to when we had cable. See how we're at.
We're always trying to beat Dateline.
Always
trying to beat Dateline.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah. No, we made it there once.
Yeah.
That's how tight the game was, I suppose.
But yeah, it's a great night in the whole state of Iowa. I mean, for last Friday, it's full moon.
Is it still a super moon, or was that just last night?
I don't know. Or do they call it a harvest moon since it's for the nice?
Kickoff comes out of bounds, and that will bring it back a little bit.
Yeah. That's the one thing on a kickoff you never, field position. So they'll get the ball right at the 35. Yeah, so they'll take it right on the 35 on that hash right in the left, on the left hash as the ball went on the left side.
Head coach of Union is Jared Pospisil, assisted by Todd Carlson, Scott Denner, Patrick Moulton, and Joe Hadacek.
Joe's been there a long time, a long-time head coach. Does a lot of stuff over there for the Union Knights. Really done a tremendous job for those guys over the years.
Union, their second possession so far in this game.
And we're going to have a legal procedure, I think, on the Knights. I think their slot, 80, I'm not going to give a number, but I think he kind of rocked back off there. Came back after he came set. It's going to back him up 5.
Yeah, truly a game of discipline of where you need to be and
it is.
Who's allowed to move, who's not,
exactly.
Who can rock, who can't.
Yeah, because when I was on the sideline watching the game, learning, and Coach Schutte had said something about the lineman reach his head back. Well, he technically can reach his head back to hear the count as long as his hand stays down. He doesn't, flinch and simulate the snap. He can do that. We're gonna go off of a little bit of a counter play. Jack's do a nice job being home right there on that left side of the defense.
Trevor Clark, the ball carrier, as they will give him maybe a half yard on that.
It is, because you're coming out there going to play, and now sometimes they huddle up, but a lot of teams no more. They don't huddle up. Everybody just gets the play call, and then everybody looks at the wristbands. And then nowadays, you see sometimes like teams will do signs so they know what's the line supposed to call. Looks like Union's going to go in a 2x2 set. Looking to throw right off away. He's looking downfield. Going to get a little bit of a that's got to be close to a hold there, but Jacks are going to do a nice job.
Caden Sorensen, for his size, he's 5'10", 160, little scrappy player.
I remember, is he a sophomore?
Yeah, he's just a sophomore.
I remember watching last year basketball play. He had, as a freshman, I remember watching him playing varsity. He did I'm guessing it's his sister's a pretty good shooter for Union for the basketball team. So that's going to bring about 3rd and like 12. Jack's going to hold him here, force Union into that punt situation.
3-minute mark here, first quarter.
Here comes Bucknell. He's going to get the sack. He's going to get there.
Quick blitz. There's a pressure and a missed attempt.
Kyle
on
Bucknell did it.
Logan Rossauer.
Nice job anticipating that snap. He is right there on the snap. They couldn't get to him. He timed that snap perfectly. Right when the ball was snapped, he was already past the center. The center had no time to get there to try to get that block.
Yeah, Bucknell was committed.
He was. There was no way.
Committed that. There was no stopping him.
I think last week he got, a couple times I think he got maybe 1 or 2 offsides on that, trying to do that, but right there, that was timed perfectly.
All right, Logan Rossauer back to punt for Union. Gets at it from about the 22-yard line, and nice coverage by Nick Moore.
Nick Moore's going to get them there. Just go down. There you go,
and
Nick.
He went head down, and that was, I don't think that guy's going to get 2 points on defense getting that takedown. Like
but Nick did a nice job covering the ball. He knew he was going to get tackled. He really didn't have anywhere to got both hands on the ball and goes down. And a nice little return. We get it right on the 40 on that right hash.
Stood up 1st down and 10 on that 40-yard line. Head coach for Jessup is Jacob McMartin.
He looks like, you look him out there now, he looks so stoic out there. It's not too far removed from being a player.
No, not too many years back. I was going to say 2011 or 12 would be decided. Treptow sacked on that, swung down to that backfield. They're going to mark that for about a 4-yard loss.
Looked like they was trying to fake the dive and get out a screen pass up the left side, either to Schissel or to Tice Larson, and Union did a nice job getting the penetration. I think up front we should have blocked. I think sometimes on the screens you're telling them to get out, let them go through right away. But right there you got to hold them off just a little bit longer to get that screen on that left side.
Jessup with a 6-0 lead. Keep her in with Treptow here in the last series, and Treptow looking downfield, and he finds Tice Larson, but a quick hit comes in for Union.
It's going to be about a 5-yard gain. Tice is going to do a nice job, pop right back up. He's all right.
That will fire that Union defense up a little bit, and Tice having to think about some things, and I'm sure there's a thought on the sideline of should we be concerned, but he's waving it off. Says he's fine.
It's fine.
Got to really think about that nowadays.
No, the referee usually sometimes you go up and check, but he seemed to be fine. Seeing is probably looking at his inside his helmet, see where his eyes are. White's going to pick up a 1st down or more.
Nice breakthrough. Gets the 1st down, another 5.
Another 5. Yeah, after the contact, he already picked up the 1st down. He took another 5 yards after contact, so picked up about 10 yards on that.
So those joining in and watching on YouTube, apparently we're having a technical feed issue, so you can manage through that feed or go over to Facebook.
Nice play by Ryan. Going a little hurry, fakes the dive and follows him. Faking the dive and follows his dive man through as a lead blocker. So you're going to go a little bit more up-tempo.
Spot that ball, 2nd down on the 40-yard line. And 2nd down and 6.
Set him up here for a play-action pass. We've done a couple runs, good runs. See if they bite on. Got Nick Moore one-on-one on the left side. You can see if he beat his guy. Going motion, looking there. He's going to go. He's going to be a little bit wide of Is that Tice? Yeah. Bring up 3rd and about 6 still.
Bring 3 to the near side. Treptow getting that shotgun.
Try to pick
Gonna
up some
roll
of the yards
left.
here.
Vanderwerf really covering at that line of scrimmage. He finds a hole open and gets past that 35.
Yeah. He's going to pick up the first down. I was going to say, you don't have to try to get all the yards this time because it's 4-down territory. Ryan did a nice job following his blockers and picked up the first down.
Under a half a minute to go, first quarter.
Move the chains.
That wind has died down considerably from what it was at kickoff in the 12 degree or 12 mile an hour out of the south to southeast and some heavy gusts, but just kind of kicks up every now and then.
Every once in a while you just see the flag just go like now it's swirling a little bit.
Humid night, but a great night for football. Quick throw, left side, and the Shizzle, did he get was able to pull that in? No.
It's going to be incomplete for
a little stretch for him.
Yeah. Going to stop the clock. 3 seconds left, so we'll have to snap it. Then we'll flip sides. Play call coming in from the offense.
Flip sides and some receivers. Bring him here to the near side on that right hash as we set up 2nd down and 10 on that 34. Treptow. Little handoff to Vanderwerf.
He's going to
keep fighting through, and whether he makes it that far.
I think he's got the first down. He's going to mark him a little bit short.
Yeah, where you're looking at the officials.
Looking at his
half a yard.
I don't know.
If it's not there.
I think by the mark. I don't know. I think they're going to.
Yeah, they're going to say half yard short.
Yeah.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Nice run by Wyatt.
Jessup with the lead 6-0 as Jessup will head towards that north end zone. But, Jason, as you look back and reflect at this first 12 minutes, Jessup rough getting out of the gate, but they fought back and were able to get in the end zone.
They did. The first series we had 15 yards of penalties. Hold right away, then a legal procedure backed us up. We punted, we had a really horrible punt. It was only about a 15-yard punt. Defense came out, did the job, and then turnover on downs. We got lucky because on the fake punt, the kid from Union dropped right in the end zone, and then we came back with a nice drive, scored a touchdown. Now we're driving again, brings up about 3rd and about a half a yard. Pretty much going by the spot. It's going to be, not even a full yard. But we need to keep this momentum going. Jacks are playing well. Offensive line is playing really well right now, giving up big holes for Wyatt and for Ryan to run through and give him some time to throw the ball.
Eugene goes back home. They will have Vinton-Shellsburg next week, close out the regular season at West Marshall on the 13th. Jessup and Iowa Falls, Olden, and they will finish up district play at Vinton-Shellsburg.
I keep forgetting that Vinton's in our district. Every time I keep thinking about that, and I was like, just seems a little strange to hear that.
And then there's that everybody's in the tournament week.
Yeah.
So you get the choice.
They're going to go a little wildcat to Bucknell. He's going to pick up the first down. Nice play.
Good thinking offensively. Take advantage of the opportunity. I'm not sure they even saw it coming.
We never did that. I don't think we've done that. I didn't know we didn't do it last week. And the other game that we did, I don't think we saw that play. That was a nice play.
So that will set up 1st down and 10 on the 22-yard line. Second quarter just underway here in Jessup. Halftime, we get to honor the homecoming courts and the king and queen.
Wyatt's going to break a tackle. Nice run. He's going to, nice play by Wyatt. Going off that left side. Probably only had about a 1-yard gain, but broke through the arm tackle to bring it up 2nd and 4. So
Andrew Sadler in on that stop, coming in from the backfield. He rushed up from his corner slot. 2nd down and 4. Treptow Gets it quick, handoff to Vanderwerf, little cut left, gets across line of scrimmage, and will maybe get 2 yards, but we see flags on the play.
I don't know if we get a hold or we get a face mask. I don't know right now from seeing what that line judge saw. We'll see what the call is. But he's looking that he's going to mark it off this way. No, yeah, it's going to be a face mask.
Yep, personal foul.
Yeah.
So that's quite an advantage for Jesup.
Yeah.
11:07. Move the chains down, and
So that's going to bring it up first and goal from about the 7, right on the 7.
so these are the opportunities they sure well need to take advantage of when you get a break like that.
You do.
Chains are down.
Chains are down.
First down and 8, or first down and goal. Ball is on the 8.
Yeah. You want to score. Defense has been playing well. Keep the momentum going. Looking to follow. He's going to hesitate right there. I think he maybe gave him the run-pass option.
Yeah, I think maybe he was looking at Vanderwerf on the near side. Maybe Vanderwerf got hung up a little bit coming out of that backfield.
I think so. I think when Wyatt was going off that left side, looking to throw it to him, and Ryan just couldn't get the ball out to throw it to him.
So that brings it back 2 yards. Put Nick Moore here on the left. Shizzle far side along with Tice.
High snap, yeah. We're going a little bit backwards. The high snap, Ryan was able to get the ball to Wyatt. It's going to take about another 2 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the goal.
And as I was talking about trying to take advantage of situations, this is not what's happening right now for
we've gone
Jesup.
backwards the last 2 plays.
But this is what can separate you from really going to the next level is when you get those opportunities,
Exactly.
making sure you can move forward with it.
Fake it out there.
A roll out from Treptow. He's got pursued. End zone. Going to be thrown out of bounds.
Thrown out of bounds. Looked like he's going to Tice. Just kind of threw it a little bit out of bounds. So that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
So you got 4th down and a 27-yard field goal.
About there, and it looks like we're coming out to kick. This will be I mean,
20.
Hey, anytime in high school when you see like this, it's not like in the NFL where this is, I don't say a give me.
30-yard field goal.
Yeah, this is pretty far for a high school kid.
Wyatt Vanderwerf, left footer, coming in soccer style.
Be a high snap.
Pressure was really on coming from that far side.
Yeah.
Into the end zone, and Jesup returns to defense. Union with the stop and a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I mean, that was a high snap. Ryan tried to get the ball down. Union got penetration up front, blocked the kick. You know, credit to Coach McMartin giving him a chance. You know, maybe next time read it off that, see what we can do, maybe go for it, try to pin him down a little bit more. But we kind of went backwards. We got, 1st and goal from the 8, and the next 2 plays we went backwards.
We'll talk about some of the seniors on this team, which most likely this will be their last game on this field. It would be an outside chance that week 9 would give you a chance to play here.
Yeah, Union's runner right there, he did a nice job keeping his legs going. He's going to pick up about 8 off that run off that left side. A little bit more. It's actually maybe a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, you look across that front line for Union, and they're able to really control some guys when you look through there at 220, 6'2", 5'11", 210, 6'2", 240, 6'2", 250.
Yeah, they've got some horses up front. I mean, they're not small at all up front.
It's restocking in that backfield.
He's going to go fall. Patient's going to pick up 1st down and more for the Union Knights. Move the sticks.
Give credit to Trevor Clark. Took advantage of the opening and got the 1st down. Let's put it at 41-yard line. Oshner coming in place of Cole Resnicek. 8:40 before halftime.
Nice snap going back to him. He's going to be patient. He's going to pick up about 4 or a little bit, 6. Going to bring about 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5.
Clark again, they're just tucking in behind those big boys and just letting them run.
Got to get a little bit more up front. Got to get in that gap for the defensive line. Need to get a stop here, get in the third and long situation.
One to the near, one to the far, two in that backfield. And there's the fake on the handoff, and there goes Sorensen, going to get held up and stopped by Kyle Bucknell.
Yeah.
Still picks up about 3.
It's going to bring about 3rd and 1.
Pushing 2.
Yeah, pushing 2. It's going to be we'll say 3rd and 2. It's going to be however you want, a short 2 or a long 1.
Split it however you want. Depends how optimistic or pessimistic you are. I don't know.
Exactly.
Or what side of the ball you're on.
See if we get a stop here and force them into a situation, see if they want to punt.
Quick shift on the offense.
Want to watch the ball. They're going to go out. He's going to pick up the first down a little bit more. Did a nice job. He went left and took that cut to the right side and got about a 4-yard gain on 3rd and 1.
Into Jesup territory, and what they have resisted to do is a penalty or commit a penalty like they had in their last couple series that really hurt them, but that's what affected Jesup here as well, and have kind of redesigned what their game plan is. First down and a 10 on the 46 of Jesup. Go to that backfield one more time.
It's going to pick up about 2 on that.
Wyatt Walker, the ball carrier.
Bring about 2nd and 7. Right now, Union's getting about 3-4 yards a play. We need to get something back there. Try to stop the momentum here. Right now, so they're getting average about 3-4 yards a carry right now.
Levi had a check.
And he stripped the ball.
4.
Kyle Bucknell took the ball out of his hands when he's going down. Kyle took it right from him.
And he fought gravity there for a little bit too. He thought he was going down, but he gained another 2 or 3 yards on his feet.
He did. The Union runner was upright. Kyle just did a nice job. Union runner was trying to get a couple yards as he was turning. Kyle just took that ball right from him. If you look at him, you can tell he's a strong kid, but he just ripped it right from him, and he went about 10 yards the other way.
Well, those are the things that Jesup has to take advantage of. It's going to be hard to maybe stop that run. You're getting 4 or 5 carries a hit.
Yeah.
You got to find an opening, find an opportunity to take advantage of.
Nice play by Kyle Bucknell. That's one of the things no fumble. He just stripped the ball right from him.
In motion with Shizzle. Was heading east, coming back west.
Oh,
There's Treptow wide open, almost in the hands of Tice Larson.
He had him. Nice play call. But I think there's a flag. We'll see what it is. I don't know if they hit. We'll see. Illegal lineman downfield. So on the run, lineman got too far down the field.
Talk about that, Jason. I guess there's only so far they can go.
It's about a 4-yard, like a window. You call it like the tackle box. So on a run play, they can keep going downfield. But on a pass play, you've got to stay inside basically that rectangle. But then sometimes the linemen don't know if it's going to be a run or pass because they can't sometimes see behind them what's happening.
Or things got switched up. And really being aware of where you're at.
Yeah, he's going to go almost the same play. He's got him down right on the slide. He's got Kale Schissel going right down the slide, right down the middle.
42 yards to Kale Schissel.
Nice play.
Pass is complete. Jesup up 12-0.
He had Kale going right down that seam. Fake the dive, and then Kale just took that right, almost like a little skinny post, took that right to the end zone. And all credit, Kyle Bucknell. Union was driving, looked like they had the momentum going. Kyle Bucknell had a really nice play of the game so far.
They'll bring that offense back in, and looks like we're going to go for the extra point. White Vanderwerf with Treptow to hold. Ball comes in, and that extra point defense came barreling through.
Yeah. That's one thing I think Coach McMartin's probably going to address at halftime is on those extra points. We got to make sure you close the gap. usually you're always trying to tell those kids, as soon as that ball is snapped, you're going right to that inside gap, and anybody that comes right inside that shoulder, you're taking them right away. But the Jacks put up 13. You got to keep it going. Like, against Hudson there a few weeks ago, we put up 21 and a half. Just couldn't find the end zone and, lose by a point. So we got to keep the momentum going. Defensively, the last series, Union was getting 3-4 yards of crack until they got that turnover, and Kyle Bucknell stripped the ball from them. So up front, we're going to have to do a little bit better job of getting some penetration on that defensive line.
13 points over the board for Jesup. Most points scored this season has been 20 by these guys when they beat Oelwein 20-6 in week number 2. Vander Werf set from that right hash on the 40. And back to return, Gavin Rohrbach.
That's going to be a nice kick. He's going to take it right inside the 15. He's going to get, we got to bring it back, got to hold.
He'll make his way to about the 25.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob Althouse was going for had got inside there, and the Union player kind of grabbed at him, pulled on him, and that's an easy call for the official to see what happens right in front of him.
6:05 remains first half. Halftime. We will have our halftime homecoming coordination. That'll take place.
Does everybody know who it is already because she's walking around with the crown?
Yeah, it's pretty much a dead giveaway, I feel like.
I walked up here the first,
at least on the girl end of things.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I didn't ask when I was down there before the game for the Wall of Fame thing, like who won for the boys, but usually that's not most important there during homecoming. Union goes in that old school Iowa tight end standing straight up, the old Hayden Fry. Oh, nice play by the Jayhawks.
Second down and 9. Nice stop there.
Yeah, Vanderwerf did a nice job filling in that hole. But yeah, Union's got that old school Iowa 1980s offensive, tight end, Marv Cook. Union's coming down. He's going to, I was going to say right now, Coach, a little bit concerned on the play, so quarterback came to see what the play was. Union's going to call the first time of the night.
First time out for either team being taken here in Jesup. It is homecoming. Looking ahead to our schedule here for Jesup. Volleyball and cross country get the day off tomorrow. And
I see the police in the student section, but everybody's cheering. Normally, you usually don't see that when police officers in the student section and cheering. So
I don't know. I have to see the sign, but there was a TikTok going around of "You better cheer or I'm arresting you" or something like that, so that everybody cheered. So I assume maybe that's what it is. He's playing it up.
Yeah. Chief Evans
cheer! You're going to jail.
No, Chief Evans is out there. So that's nice.
Something seemed a little off.
I saw him
Sarah Nolan had her phone out, so I'm like, something's happening here.
Yeah. I saw him come walking up there, and all of a sudden I saw the student section just go a little bit crazy. You probably
cheer or you're going to jail. I don't know if Eric had that on camera or not, but looks like everybody's gets to stay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how hard a punishment he would have been on that anyway.
Let's bring Union's looking to throw the pass.
Got open opportunity, a little slipped up. Caleb Olson, credit the 12th man on that.
Yeah, he still got a pretty nice gain out of it. He probably could almost got the first down, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just kind of slipped coming out of there. Nice play by the Union Knights. Need the defense to get a stop here. Force Union into that, I would guess if we hold them here, how the score is, they pretty much try to punt the ball. It's a big stop for the Jayhawks coming up.
Under 5 minutes to play. Two to the near.
Looking to come, and he's going to go. Going to go the other side of it. Just went right past them. They're going to pick up the first down.
And when he gets going, he gets going. Give credit to their back, Justin Luke.
Kyle blitzed on that one, but the blitz went away. Union had the play call going to the right, and Kyle went to the other side. Couldn't be able to get there. Union picks up the first down.
Luke only 39 yards coming into tonight. I think he's already matched that.
Yeah.
And they're going to stick with that run. Trevor Clark with a success. But
I mean, that's still a pretty good game. That's 3 yards. I mean, I think we've got to do a little bit better making up front. Making the second half adjustment.
Under 4 minutes.
Union's looking to they get the ball at half, so they're trying to do the Belichick, score and get the ball right before half. Or score before half. And
Sorensen in that flat. There's the catch.
It's going to be short.
Justice Luke with the catch. And, he's they're going to only mark him about another maybe 2 or 3 yards.
I think he had a little bit more, and he turned around and came back a little bit, and he got tackled after he came back about 2 yards.
Those linebackers are ready. They're waiting for him.
So it's going to put up third and about 4 for the Union Knights.
Yeah, he caught that about the 40-yard line when he stepped back.
Yeah. So you can hold him here.
Look into motion.
Nice
and the
play.
near side. Wow, nice play. Nice play. Credit to Preston Youngblood on the stop.
Number 4 comes in on that defensive tackle, makes a nice play, and forces Union probably to. Jessup's going to take the first timeout, probably save some time. They still have both timeouts left. Hopefully we keep the ball and put a drive together and try to score before half.
Looking into that schedule into next week, JV football will host Union on this turf.
Yep.
Middle school volleyball at home with AP. Cross country meet over at Dyke New Hartford at Fox Ridge Golf Course. And next week, the Nickel Volleyball Tournament begins.
Yeah.
That'll be the first night. That'll be over at Dyke New Hartford as well, as that will roll into Thursday. And that site for the second night is yet to be announced. Junior high football Thursday night against Wapsie, home. You get the call on that one on the sidelines.
I actually had 3 games: the YSF game Sunday, the JV game Monday, and then the junior high on Thursday.
Well, you get plenty of talk about an array of skill level and experience you're going to get.
One thing about it too is like if you ever get the privilege, I'll say the privilege to be on a football sideline. I know you have. It's a lot of fun. Roughing, just coaching down there, hearing the kids, hearing the referees, interaction. It's the sounds, things you see. It's going to be legal motion against the Knights. I think they're going to.
Logan Rossauer is the punter for Union.
I think.
That's going to be on
actually,
Jesup.
It's going to be us. I think. That's going to pick up the first down.
So it'll move it to the 42-yard line. Did you get that official call?
I think they're saying, if I remember how the hand signal went, I think they're saying the 3, Kale Shishel was out over the, line of scrimmage. If I had to guess the way when his hand signal was, I'm guessing that's what it was.
2:53 remains.
That's something we just can't do. You just turn the ball right over back to him.
Yeah, there's some energy coming back into that offense.
And then he's going to make the play. Kale's going to come back and get a loss in the play.
Shizzle found his way, found his opening, breaking that far side, and there's a flag.
Now, hopefully we don't get an unsportsmanlike, but I think we're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct from him.
A little too much celebrating.
Yeah, and probably some words were said.
And McMartin not going to be pleased with that.
No. Yeah. So this is where... Yeah.
And automatic first down will move Union into a position. And this Union team, they're playing well. There's just some errors that have held them back. And And Jesup has had errors that has allowed them to stay in the game. Even.
Yeah, we called a timeout. We helped them out because we thought we would get the ball back, and we got the penalties before the punt. And then we've had a couple bad penalties. That one right there is a horrible one for us, and gets them right at the mid.
And straight up run.
No.
Coming up the gut, and Caleb Olson with that carry was going to get about 3 yards. Spot that at about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, because like I said before a little bit ago, Union's was looking to drive. They get the ball the second half. They're trying to score here and turn around and score. The first possession and try to tie the score, game up or take the lead. Looking to throw the ball. Get some
From
pressure.
your side, looking for an opening, and right in the hands of Caleb Olson, and he just keeps moving.
Yeah. Will Schutte came up. You just got to wrap him up. He came up a little too high, tackled the arm up the upper body, and Union was able to get that first down.
13-0, Jesup leading at homecoming. Been a few years since I've been able to say that.
Yeah. I think our last homecoming, was that? I'll have to think about that.
We had one not too many years ago.
I think that Osage game when we beat Osage.
Yeah, possibly. Hand off in the backfield, push it forward again with Olson. He's still on his feet. Ball is loose. Jesup has it.
Jack's got it. We got the ball.
And it's Jesup ball. So for the second time, Jesup will get the ball back because they recovered it. And I think that was Oshner with that.
I think so. That was one of those plays where the running back was just trying to spin and try to get a couple of yards. And then
J.D. Sadler.
Yeah,
give J.D. Sadler the credit on that.
And he just was able to get the ball on the ground. 1:46 left, 2 timeouts. So
that'll ramp up this offense.
Yeah. Let's use this.
1:46. Treptow has time, looking downfield, looking for
again.
Shizzle, and through the hands. He was in pursuit by Logan Rossauer.
He did. He had a little bit of a step on him. Just couldn't come up with that. He catches that, he probably runs into the end zone. That was nice effort, great effort.
It would have been hard to see Cale catch that and even break away. He had two right on his footstep, right on his heels. Little fake. There's the breakthrough with Vanderwerf. He's going to be 1 yard shy of that first down.
That's good play call. Tried the home run right away. Clock stops. Run the clock here. We don't want to turn on 3 downs, turn the ball right over to Union with that much time left in the clock. So timeout. I think the referee wants to call a timeout because he wants maybe a measurement.
That's possible. Vanderwerf coming in tonight, 14, 2 touchdowns, 309 yards. He's had 2 touchdowns on the ground and 2 through the air. Bring out the Chang gang, and they may have this.
I think he's got it. Nope, he's going to be short by it.
Wow, they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give it to him. From
that's got to be a finger between that chain and the ball.
That's got to be,
Clark, that's when you take advantage of that zoom and see how close it really is.
I thought it was short from here, but they must have got it right by the point. That's going to be first down with about a 1:19 left.
$1:13 to go, first half. Treptow looks near side, looking for...
Get out of bounds, get out of bounds, get out of bounds. Oh, that's going to be a personal foul. Ryan was clear out of bounds. I don't think 2 was trying to be anything malicious. He was just in pursuit.
Flag is on the field, and good thing he didn't trip up over that bench as C's parted.
And that's the thing about, you've seen that before. You jump the bench, but you get to the track, those cleats, they don't do so good on that asphalt. You just slide.
And that's a new resurfaced track, so it's still got some slickness to it.
So that's going to put up 15 yards, personal foul. So that's going to put us, after the run, that's going to be first down right about on the 36, 34. I'm right on the 34.
62 seconds to go. Let's fast track that. Get some security points in there.
We got 2 timeouts, so we got plenty of time.
Treptow
He's going,
sees some pressure, finds an opening downfield, and it's going to be intended for Cale Shizzle.
Yeah. He had a window there, just couldn't get into Cale.
Clock stops at 57. Quick communication to Kyle Bucknell as he splits to that right side.
The play clock never got reset, so I think that's what the official, when he's putting his hand up in the air, that's what the referee's asking for, is to reset that play clock.
Treptow, quick pressure and almost taken away by Union. Right at the fingertips of Eric Nelpert.
Did a screen pass. Union did a nice job defending that. Wyatt could have got that from there. He probably could have got the left sideline quite a bit and got out of bounds and stopped the clock. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. This is one of the situations where now you've got to think about play call. If you want to run the ball, try to eat some clock and make Union use a timeout, we're going to get an illegal motion. Cale's going to go, and I think we're going to get
a little jump on that far side. Looked like Jacob Aldhouse just jumped up a little bit.
A little bit of a flinch on his part, so that's going to back us up 5. So that's going to bring up.
He heard something.
He did. I don't know, between the snap count and him and Cale going off, a little bit of a flinch.
3rd long. And they are bringing the pass rush. Almost snagged in by Bucknell.
Ryan had pursuit after him, just couldn't get enough on the ball. Kyle did a nice job just trying to get his one hand on the ball. Now this is where the situation, clock stopped. Like I said, now Union's going to get the ball.
And Coach McMartin would like a timeout. He's got 2 remaining, as he'll give one of those up and bring in this offense. And we're seeing a pass rush and a blitz like we've not seen tonight.
Because they know right now, they know we pretty much have to throw the ball because we don't want the clock to run, especially when we got behind the chains when we did. So this is right. Coach McMartin, he's got a couple options. He can try the punt. He can try to throw the ball, get a little bit of try to get some yardage, pick up the first down, or he run a draw or run the ball, eat up some clock, and make Union call that timeout. Because they've got to change around, set the chain so that stops the clock. But once that they're set, and the clock starts.
Break him out of that timeout with the coaches.
He's taking his time. He's, told him what he wants to do, regroups him again, gives him the, point of emphasis, what the play that he wants, and make sure that they know exactly how he wants it done. We're going to go in shotgun with Wyatt to the left.
Too far side.
Look to throw.
Shizzle and Tice on the move. It's
going to get tipped.
I get a rough in the pass or anything a little bit. No,
because he tipped the ball. So I think off that. So one thing about if you touch the ball like that, there's no illegal down the field pass interference because the ball's tipped. So Union's going to get the ball, not in too bad a position. I think they have and they have 2 timeouts left. So they've got plenty of time. They've got 42 seconds in football. That's still a lot of time. Especially in high school and college where the clock stops and move the chains.
See what Union can do here. They were relying on the run the last
looking to go. He's got that big tight end going across, and he's going to be out of bounds.
Passing complete to Justice Luke, trying to walk that sideline, trying to stop that clock.
Yeah, that number 10, that Logan Rauscher for Union, he's a big kid. And that, that tight end position, that up tight end, I guess you'd call it. guessing right now defense coming out and he's going to split out to the slot.
2nd down and 10.
We do a
Fake on the handoff, and they're going to keep on the ground because it's worked.
Pick up
And
first down, move the chains.
yeah, the forward momentum on that tackle moved the chains as Bucknell brought him down.
He's going to mark him short.
Caleb Olsen.
First down. I was like, the far line judge is like, we'll see what they spotted. I think they're going to spot him short.
I don't know. That definitely looks like a first down.
Yeah, they're talking about it now. First down,
Whitehead says
first.
Whitehouse says I need a drink.
Yeah.
I need some water and a snack.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and finish up this first half.
From up here, it looked like a first down.
Jessup with that 13-0 advantage. Clock is moving.
Clock moves off the after they set the chains.
Really trying to put pressure on the quarterback.
Sorensen
walked the line. Ball was in the hands of Justice Luke and almost was intercepted by Jesup as it bounced off.
Yeah. Sorensen almost was out of bounds before he threw that ball, which would have backed him up about 6 or 7 yards off that. And, of course, stopped the clock, but that would have backed him up a little bit more behind the chains. Looking to throw. He's got a wheel route.
Out.
Yeah, he's got the wheel
There's
going.
Caleb Olsen trying to turn around that corner. Pressure on that far side from Nick Moore. He got a bounce shy.
Nice play by Union. He's going to pick up that. Pretty sure it's going to be a little bit short, but he got out of bounds. That's the key thing. He picked up positive yards, and he got out of bounds. They still have 2 timeouts left for Union.
8 seconds to roll on this first half.
So he's going to have about. High school is probably going to have 2 plays. So right now they're probably looking at maybe try to get a short quick hit here, call a timeout, or they pick up the first. Well, they'll probably call a timeout anyway because once they want to make sure they get the play. Looking to throw.
Openings on the near side.
See if he
in that flat. Pursuit coming in from Preston Youngblood. And he is back and forth and finds an opportunity, and he will gain a first down. That clock will stop, but the time has run out.
A little extracurricular activities. Kyle Bucknell and him are kind of, and 67 for Union are kind of going back and forth. Kyle kind of got up on the block, kind of came with a hit, and 67 didn't quite like that. And it's always the second person that gets hit. So I think they'll address that on the kickoff.
Officials having a discussion as coach will bring that team together.
Yeah, because no time left on the clock. I don't know if they can do an on-time. I don't think they can do an on-time play. So I think they assess it on the kickoff.
So that personal foul on the offense.
I guess maybe they decline it then. I guess maybe they don't. I don't know. Must not be able to happen.
Union heads back towards the jack is where they will assemble. And coach is talking to them here quick before they head back towards that maintenance building. But Jesup, Jason, halftime of homecoming. 13-0. Treptow with a 4-yard run in that first quarter. And 6:11 remain in that second quarter as Shizzle gets a 42-yard pass from Ryan Treptow. Extra point is good. It's 13-6, and Jessup's up, or 13-0.
Yeah.
Jessup's up.
Yeah, I mean, we did some really good things. We had a couple of penalties, kind of went backwards. Could have put up a couple more points up there, I would think. I think that's what, Coach McMartin's going to go in the halftime and say, hey, we left some points on the board. Let's go out in the second half, be a little bit more focused, a little bit more disciplined, and let's finish us off and get a win.
So we will break away and drop the logo, and you'll get a chance to see Jessup's high school marching band under the direction of Mrs. Truax here in Jesup.
What's that? I don't know. See, that's what I thought. I thought they forced it on kickoff, but they waved it off.
LP Cyber Club and enjoy spending time with her friends and family. In Claire's free time, she enjoys spending her days on her golden throne in the Russian kingdom. Our king is Will Schutte. Will is the son of Chris and Lori Schutte. Will plays football and enjoys farming. Will is all about hanging with the boys. We will then go through our freshman attendants, Kaylee Dahl and Parker Masteller. Kaylee is the daughter of Matt and Haley Dahl. Kaylee enjoys cheerleading, fishing, and hanging out with friends. Did you know Kaylee is actually 5'11"? It's probably just the shoes. Parker's the son of Stephanie and Eric Masteller. Parker participates in basketball and baseball. One thing Parker enjoys doing is knitting when he's not playing sports. Next, our sophomore attendants, Paige Staley and Brady Glider. Paige is the daughter of Mandy McCleary. Paige participates in cheer, archery, women's leadership, and youth group. Did you know that Paige is Taylor Swift's sixth cousin? Brady's the son of Mandy and Jason Glider. He is a participant in cheer, cross country, wrestling, speech, FFA, and track. Brady is a professional gossip girl. The junior attendants are Madeline Martin and Nathan Pint. Madeline is the daughter of Paul and Katie Martin. Madeline is a participant in cheer, high school soccer, and club soccer. In her free time, she enjoys rescuing stray cats from ditches and giving them a home, even though her mom is allergic. Nathan is the son of Luke and Stella Pint. Nathan participates in cross country and enjoys hanging out with friends. Nathan really enjoys throwing rocks in water. These are now the 2023 homecoming attendants. It's time to introduce our senior court members. Our first pair is Adriana Bolden, escorted by Braden Herman. Adriana is the daughter of Stephanie and Ian Bolden. Adriana plays volleyball and basketball. Adriana likes to party hardy. Braden is the son of Heather and Riley Herman. Braden works at Lost Island and enjoys lifting. Braden also likes to party hardy. Next we have Delaney Donnelly, escorted by Aiden Gonzalez. Delaney is the daughter of Junior and Stephanie Donnelly. Delaney is involved in archery, golf, and women's leadership. In her free time, Delaney spends her time getting revenge on her evil sister, the Russian princess who stole her throne. Aiden is the son of Jesus and Amy Gonzalez. Aiden participates in cross-country, track, and men's leadership. Did you know that Aiden's favorite game is Just Dance, and his favorite song to play is Moves Like Jagger? Next is Kelly Kane, escorted by Carter Rout. Kelly is the daughter of Heather and Kendall Kane. Kelly is involved in cross-country, track, women's leadership, FCCLA, speech, archery, band, fall musical, and CAPS. In Kelly's free time, she is a secret spy for the American CIA, helping Delaney plot her revenge on her evil sister. Carter is the son of Terry and Lori Rout. Carter enjoys piano, band, golf, student union, men's leadership, and making funny videos. Carter will devour an entire box of ice cream sandwiches if given the opportunity. Next we have Lydia Weerspan and Jack Miller. Lydia is the daughter of Ben and Becky Weerspan. Lydia is involved in cross-country, track, student union, speech, women's leadership, fall musical, FCCLA, and 4-H. Lydia spends her time as a Russian officer hunting down the suspicious American who seems to be trying to sabotage the Russian kingdom. Jack is the son of Tommy and Jay Miller. Jack is involved in basketball, golf, baseball, track, and men's leadership. And did you know that Jack beat Ryan in the last anatomy test? So congratulations to the 2023 Homecoming King and Queen, Claire Wright and Jack Miller, and all of the attendants. Sorry, Claire Wright and Will Schutte. My apologies. Band 2023 show, directed by Kirsten Truax. The music department will be hosting a fundraiser on October 7th from 10 to 5. Our first song of the night will be coming to you from the Queen of Soul. Rolling Stone named her twice as the greatest singer of all time. She has global sales of over 75 million records and is one of the world's best-selling music artists. Please enjoy Aretha Franklin's Respect. Shortly. So our next song comes from another musical icon. She is recognized as the greatest performer of her generation. Please help us welcome the cheerleaders to help us out. Enjoy Crazy in Love. The last song for tonight comes from American singer, songwriter, and actress Demi Lovato. From acting at a young age of 10 in Barney and Friends to being the icon she is now, she has multiple #1 albums. This is Confident. Let's have a round of applause for our Jesup Marching Band. And for our final entertainment act for tonight, we have the middle schoolers and a mattress race.
Back on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Arlen Technology as we return for the second half of action. I'm Nate Kleber, Jason Pilcher, the other voice you will hear. Anthony Baugh running the controls. Eric Clark on camera tonight. And getting a chance just to look at some of the stats has come in from the sideline stat crew with
Zach Knudsen and Travis Yimbelet.
Yeah, well, Travis is gone.
Oh,
so we've got,
I guess Travis.
We got Sean Westfall pulling doobie for Travis.
Yeah, and Levi's down there. And
so Jesup 17 first downs compared to Union's 8. Jesup rushing 21 for 87 yards. Union 19 for 82 yards. Both about 4 yards per carry. Jesup 5 of 16 on pass completions. 4 of 8 is Union. 82 yards total passing for Jesup, 25 for Union. Total yards, total plays, 37 yards, 194 yards, 37 plays. Union 27 plays, 107 yards. And Treptow 5 or 16, 107 yards, 53 yards. I believe for Shizzle is what we're here on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know. He sent it to me and said ignore the names because there's a couple names in here. I'm like, they haven't played for a couple years.
Oh, well, maybe on that.
Vanderwerf 61 yards on the ground.
So they are. So if you were listening to Union got an unsportsmanlike conduct right before half, and we were questioning if they were going to mark it off at half because they did a decline, but now they just moved it up. So it looks like they do accept the penalty. I thought, you just don't.
Following the
usually doesn't
foul
happen.
penalty that occurred at the end of the first half will be assessed here at the kickoff. So Jesup J-Hawks will kick off from the 45-yard line.
So this is now you just want to make sure you kick it in.
Set to kick off.
Kick it in bounds. Yeah, we get lost one. That's going to go out of the end zone.
And the ball will go out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Sorry, Bull and China Shop here as I still had my headset attached to
I was like...
Bill, we were still getting PA through, so I had to tell the head end about it.
So it's going to be a touchback. So we're going to put the ball in 1st and 10 from the Union Knights right on the 20. See the Jacks come out. Get some defense on.
Stick with that run. Find the opening and a high tackle by Kyle Bucknell.
Yeah, that good game. Like I said before, and Union's getting that right there. That's almost 7 yards on that play.
Briar Mast on that carry for Union. Second down and 3. That ball spun at the 27-yard line. To that far side. Shotgun snap. Quick handoff. Going to go back it again. And Briar Mast
I think
is met with some defense, but don't catch him soon enough.
I guess I was a little bit off on my spot. First down, Union. A jump cut there for the Union Knights to pick up that first down.
Put that ball on the 31-yard line. Jesup again. Success in both quarters to start the game. We'll see what they can do here in the last part of the game.
Going off of that dive play.
Again, Briar Mast, that junior, just keeps chipping away at it.
They're coming basically it's a right off tackle. Nothing fancy. Just hand the ball off the right side, and they're getting enough. We're not getting the gap where defensive linemen and holding our spots, and linebackers aren't able to flow the ball. So they're picking up, 4 or 5 yards a chunk. Yeah,
McMartin moved his way sideline. He's way down behind that defense, about the 40-yard line. He wants to see what's happening.
Yeah, good penetration. And he's going to go off the gap, and he's going to be pretty close to the.
Briar Mast again, but that's going to be another first down.
Yeah, right now Union's going to that ground and pound. And it's working well for him.
And it's Jesup. The only way Jessup's been able to stop it is forcing turnovers.
A couple turnovers, a fumble, and then a strip by Kyle Bucknell.
Take it again around that left side. There's an opening, and Bucknell high hit outside, and that'll be a 5-yard gain. And there's a flag.
I can't tell from here. I'm not going to speculate on what.
Well, somebody lost a helmet.
Yeah. if it's a late hit on us or what the situation is. I'm not sure what's going on.
Let's see, it was a targeting hit. I don't know if he came right at him with a helmet or not.
Yeah.
That would be not good if that's the call for Jessup.
Yeah.
And their key defender in that backfield with Kyle Becknell.
I don't think right now either side the referees right now have got a good poker hand face going right now. There's no. See what's gonna. It's going to be unsportsmanlike. It's going to be
so you're on
the high hit to the. I don't think it's a targeting because that's what they were talking about.
So one of the officials will make his way over towards Coach McMartin to explain.
And that's going to 15-yard personal foul. So that's going to put the ball inside. Off the run of there is going to spot it right on the 37. First down and 37 for the Union Knights.
Clock rolling under 10 minutes. Let's see how Jesup can overcome that. Hand it off, this time in the hands of Caleb Olson.
We got to get back there. He bobbled the snap. He had to adjust there for a second or two before he was able to, and he still got about a 2-yard gain. Right now we're getting beat up front. We've got to get a little bit tougher up front a little bit. We got to shit those linemen off and make some plays up front.
They're taking advantage of some size and some experience in that front line. And going to roll near side and reach out for that pass incomplete to Caleb Olson at the 30. 3rd down and 8.
Not a bad play for the Union Knights. You're in 4-down territory. You run the ball well. You know, I'm looking here. You look to probably run the ball here. You know, you're playing right now to get 2 plays to get 8 yards to get the first down. Don't have to pick them all up here, so Union Knights are probably looking here to try to pick up a good chunk here.
And they've been averaging 4 yards.
Now they're going to go to that draw.
Per carry, per play.
Right there.
And there's the opening in and out. And jaunt that he should have just beelined towards that end zone, but he raced himself out of bounds, and that was about a 30-yard run.
Yeah, he took himself.
Union.
Yeah, if he just went straight line, he took the angle, and now it's going to be 1st and goal.
Mays Weber with that catch and carry. And he got about the 20, and he kind of slowed down a little bit. And now 1st down and 8, or goal on the 8. And they are not allowing Bucknell to get in there to do any damage on a blitz. So,
yeah, a couple of those plays that Kyle's coming on that blitz, they've gone away from the play call. Has gone away from him. So probably in that middle linebacker or that position he's playing, maybe he's going to have to stay home a little bit more in the second half. Union Knights, they come down the first series and put up points on the board.
So that was a handoff to Andrew Sadler. Takes it 9 yards in or 8 yards in for the touchdown. Extra point attempt.
Nice.
Up and through the goalposts. Give credit to Brock Ruzicka as he hits the extra point, and all of a sudden it's just a 6-point game. 13-7, Jesup having a rough go of it here as we get into the second half on homecoming. And, Jason, you look at what Union's been able to do, not only on offense of where they're going, but they've really been attacking on defense.
They have. I mean, besides a couple, big plays for us, Union's, they're averaging 4 or 5 yards a crack. That drive right there, they probably minimum 5 yards a carry. And they picked up 15 yards on a penalty, put them inside, across the 50 for us. So right now we've got to regroup here. You got momentum, and Union's got it, so we've got to try to take that away from them. We've got to get a good drive, and we've got to put some more points on the board. You don't want to get in a shootout right now because the way Unions run the ball, they get a lead, they get the ball, they'll be able to eat up a lot of clock.
So they will send Nick Moore as well as Tice Larson back to return on this kickoff.
If you look at the stats, we're pretty even with them. If you look at the season stats as far as offensively. So the team that's going to have, we're probably leading in penalties and they're leading in turnovers. So it's who's ever going to win the second half of least turnovers and penalties is probably the team that's going to come out winning. So far, we're losing that battle on the penalties.
Yeah, that 15-yard personal foul.
15-yard personal foul was a
really,
big one.
really impacted that last series.
Yeah.
Kickoff from Union, Ruzicka.
That's a nice
And
kick.
there's Tice Larson touching about the 9-yard line, tucking a go across the numbers, hanging onto that ball. They're trying to strip it away, but they will probably mark it about the 24, 25-yard line.
It's a nice kick for Union. Put it inside the 10, and we had return, so we're going to take it right about, almost right on the 20, 22, somewhere right on there. Yeah, on 22. Important drive for the Jacks. First drive of the second half. Union came down, scored, pretty much had their way offensively. We need to answer back.
Tripto, quick snap, hand off to Vanderwerf, trying to find the opening, and they have keyed in on that hole, and he'll get 3 yards on that.
He get 3 yards. He got tripped up, but he still was able to go and pick up about 3 yards on that carry. I mean, not bad. He got tripped up over the line of scrimmage and able to fall forward for the 3-yard gain.
Full crowd tonight for homecoming. Yeah, Jason, you ran down to concessions at halftime. You're like, there's a lot of people here.
There's a lot of people. Of course, it's it's a close game, beautiful weather, so no one's leaving.
Vanderwerf on that right side, and he's still on his feet. Keep fighting, keep spinning.
Nice
Gets
play.
Pushing the 35 down to the 40.
Down.
Talk about yards after touch, after touch, after touch.
That is an old, I'm going to date myself, but John Riggins, that used to play for the Washington Redskins back in the 80s, number 44, that's a run like what he used to have. They grab him by the jersey, he's turning, spinning. He just wouldn't go down. That was a really nice run by White. That was all him.
Jessup right back after it after that play. Not much pause to it.
Yeah, that's going to be close to a horse collar, but he's going to not get it called because Union did a nice job of not pulling down on the back of his.
Yeah, it was right in with his sleeve and the collar a little bit, but didn't yank it down.
Yeah.
Lost for, 1 yard. Now Jessup will slow things down this time, trying to get that play in.
We've kind of mixed up-tempo a little bit, slowing things down. So we've kind of, not always doing the same thing. Coach McMurray's done a nice job doing that tonight.
Rolling back, giving Treptow some time to throw.
It's going to be long.
And it's going to be right between where Tice Larson and Chisel were. But you've got some tall defenders out there, too, they have to deal with.
They do, and Ryan was able to set his feet on the throw. He had some guy coming after him, wasn't able to get probably the placement he wanted, so that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
I give credit to Union for the adjustments that they've been able to make at halftime and as the game's gone, as the days they've adjusted their game plan.
Exactly. They've gone to, like I said, a ground and pound where they're just getting 4 or 5 yards of carry. Until we can stop it, I'd keep doing it.
Treptow's got to recover, going to launch it downfield, trying to find Tice Larson.
That's a flag.
And we see a pass interference.
That's a pass interference. That's a pretty easy call. Tice just needs to walk away. That was defensive was beat. He impeded him to get to the ball. They both have a right to the ball. Tice is coming back to the ball. The Union defender just held it. He had an arm bar around him to get to the ball. That's a pretty easy call. And unlike NFL, it's not a spot foul. It's a 15 yard. I think it's 15 yards or automatic. I can't remember I have to double check. But first down for the Jayhawks, right past the 50, right on the 46.
Take advantage of that misstep, and Vanderwerf full steam ahead. He's going to pick up maybe a yard and a half.
Maybe a yard and a half. He does a nice job. Once he gets that ball, he's got a quick burst. Just got to get a gap so he can get out there.
Owen Hennings, a junior for Union on that stop at that front line. Push Tice Larson that far side. Nick Moore here in the near. Little slot back with Bucknell.
That little wing.
Shizzle.
Little fake. Nice
and
toe.
What an opening. And
I think
Andrew
that
Sadler
was
in that stop, but Treptow found what he needed to do.
I'm gonna get. I don't think that was the call. The way Ryan opened up on the handoff, I think he went the wrong. I think the handoff went the wrong way, and Ryan did a nice job of just going up that left side.
Really a vulnerable spot. If the defender had come in, it could take that, and you're off to the races.
Yeah, he opened up to the left, and Wyatt went to the right, and Ryan did a nice job not panicking and pick up that first down. A nice run.
First down and 10 in Union territory.
He's going to put out one.
And look to do it again. Gets off that that right tackle, and it'll be a slug of white jerseys as Union will bring him down at about a 2-yard gain, looks like.
He's a tough runner, like we said earlier, as far as for his, his size. He's a good-sized kid. He's just, he's a little bit more stringy. You just like to see him just get a little bit lower on some of those hits right there, so he's not taking them so much. He's just got to get his lower center of gravity.
Ball on that 28. There's a snap. A little quick handoff to Vanderwerf, and he's going to get taken down for a loss at that line of scrimmage.
Well, that's going to bring up third and about 8. Again, like the Union had it earlier, right now we're in 4-down territory, so you don't need to pick up the full 8 yards. You just got to get yourself manageable for 4th down. Play call comes in. Jayhawks get set. Looks like they're going to go 2-by-2 with, actually split left here, and then you got Nick on the far. He's looking. He's got to get rid of it. He's got, just missed him. He had him in the open.
Had him in line. Treptow.
Yeah, he took
got
a hard
blind
shot.
Side
blind
hit.
Side hit on there.
Yeah, he kind of rocked a little bit.
Yeah.
Need to catch his breath.
Yeah.
Whether he can pull off a punt.
Yeah.
Or take a chance at it. Jessup and Union both with 3 timeouts. Have not used any as of yet.
Got to get 8 to get to the. See what we can pull in here.
Nick Moore here on the near side. Treptow. Looking back.
Blitz.
He's got a blitz coming his way.
Oh, he's got.
Look to launch it up, but he is going to get sacked.
Yeah, we got to get a little bit better protection on that blind side. They're coming off on that blind side. They know he's going to roll to throw off to his right. Since his right hand is a little bit tougher to roll to his left. Last couple plays, Ryan's taking some good hard shots.
Ryan DeVries in on that stop. Take over on downs as Union fighting back here in the second half with 4:49 to go. They do trail 13-7, but the only team that has scored here in the second half. Finding some momentum. Sorensen, a little handoff and an opening to Mays Weber, a sophomore. We had taken down the backfield by Ryan Treptow.
Yeah, we got him in the backfield. He's just not able to wrap up, and he did a nice job picking up the first down. Yeah, right now Union's, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's where the game is, going to be won until we can go ahead and get some up front. It looks like we're going to have an equipment timeout. We got to get a player out there, I think, because of the helmet.
Althouse will come in place of Skylar Blad. First down at 10, pushing Jesup territory.
Gonna go. That's better. Still
Althouse was in pursuit, almost had him, but not able to. Not able to make it happen. As that's about a 6-yard gain.
Well, he had him stopped for about a 4-yard loss. Just tackle too high. You've got to tackle lower. You got to tackle those legs and the lower body.
And clearly some wind out of the sails at Jesup.
Yeah, I mean, Union's
They're going to find a way to bounce back.
You know, there's almost 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and they've controlled most of the third quarter with the ball. Look to pass.
Sorensen looking downfield.
Oh, he got beat. You got to turn
Potential
over the ball.
opening, but a knock away by Nick Moore.
Nice play to knock that ball out towards the out of bounds. You don't want to tip that ball up. Either if you can go get the ball two-handed at the high point, go get the ball. Otherwise, you knock it out of bounds or throw it to the ground.
3rd down and 4. Ball is on the Jesup 47-yard line. Jesup travels over to Iowa Falls Alden for a game at Iowa Falls next week.
Oh, but they're back at 5 yards. Union was trying to go off a quick count. Looked like they were trying to go right on the middle. Got a false start. That guard went off.
Never seems to go as you hope it's going to go.
No, I mean, they come to the play and it looked like, trying to do a quick hitter. It looked like they're just going right to the right, right down the middle. So that's going to back them up. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 9. Jack's going to hold them here, make them make that decision if they want to punt or try to go for it. But we've got to get a stop here first. They're rolling out to the right.
We're going to pass now, and a quick caught out of bounds, and it's going to be shy of that first down as that ball is caught by Caleb Olson.
It's going to be short, but it's being 4th and about 2, so it's going to be decision time for Union. And I'm guessing the way they're playing, the way they're running the ball, well, it's going to back up a little bit more. Looks like it's going to be almost 4th and 3. Big stop here, big play.
And the way they've been running the ball.
Right now, the defensive coaches need to be out there. You don't go off sound. You go off the movement of the ball. Go off the movement of the ball.
Shift the offense. Take them to that left side. And try and really work back. And they are keeping Buck now out of that backfield.
That's going to be, I think, going to be a little bit short. I think it's going to be short. They're going to measure, but I don't know. Last time we got lucky and we got, but I don't know this time if it's going to be. We'll see. Here,
that's going to be hard pressed, I think.
I think it's going to be short. Coach for the Union, you can always ask for the spot, so that's what he's asking for. It's time right there to come out and measure. Yeah, Kyle, it's come to the blitz. He's just either mistimed or he's just going right past it. And Union's had the right play call going away from him.
Yeah, he doesn't have it.
That's going to be a little short, about a foot.
Wow.
That's a good start for the Jayhawks. Now we got to capitalize. We got down. Wyatt's done a nice job running the ball. We've got to use this.
First down and 10. Jesup will have it, and it's been a tale. This is the same story we keep seeing is opportunity there, and you give it up.
Give it up. We had our opportunities there a couple weeks ago against Hudson, just couldn't capitalize in the second half. We've got to make sure we've got a drive here.
Treptow's going to look and cut and go, but he's going to cross into Union territory, take him near the 48-yard line.
He's got to protect the ball a little bit better. He put the ball out there on that fake, just trying to tuck that a little bit more. Nice run. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Across the 50.
Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter.
Now we need a long drive. Eat some clock here. Score.
See what kind of adjustments we made. And there's Treptow tucking in behind Vanderwerf, who gave him some opportunity to get to the 40, if not the 39-yard line.
Ryan did a nice job watching where his blockers were, and you don't always have to go mock speed right away. Did a nice job being patient, saw the hole open up, and then was able to pick up the first down.
I think it counted last week between offense, defense. There was only 5 guys that came off the field.
Yeah.
So when you look at trying to make some adjustments here on offense or defense, that coordinator on the sideline doesn't have all of his personnel to kind of work through some of those things.
White did a nice job. Same thing right there. Just a lot patient run. just kind of wait for those holes. The linemen get a little bit, open those up a little bit, and pick up a nice about 8-yard run on that first down.
Take him to the 30-yard line. Too short, and that will send.
Got a guy down.
That's going to be Jacob Aldhouse at. He's that right tackle. And, he got clipped on that left knee.
Yeah.
When he was coming down, he got the tackle on Vanderwerf. Aldhouse was collateral damage in that came into that knee. Well, hopefully he can get off that field on his own.
Hopefully he can. Hopefully being young and a lot younger than us, a little bit more spry, a little bit more movement on that knee.
Now speak for yourself, Jason.
Yeah. Bounces back.
Hopefully Jacob can come up. He's one of the seniors on this team, son of Denise Patterson. He's going to go on to Iowa, study history and anthropology. Been a football and track guy. Other seniors, Justin Anderson, Dawson Bell, Skylar Blad, Kyle Bucknell, Cale Shizzle, William Schutte, Evan Sebeka, Wyatt Vanderwerf, and Callie Schutte, the forever manager, took over the reins from, I think, Laney Baugh, I feel like.
Yeah, kind of one of those. It's not looking.
They're going to bring Jacob off the field, and that
he's not
I kind of saw the replay here as it happened. I'm like, that didn't go on right.
No, he's not being able to put any weight on that left leg right now. That's unfortunate. He'd be over the trainer's table. Hopefully it's nothing major. Hopefully it's something just a little bit minor.
Well,
never want to see anybody get hurt. You never want to see a kid get hurt. You never want to see, especially a kid in senior year.
And that was right at the end of the play, too, where that happened. Just unfortunate. 2nd down and 2. Jessup with the ball as they move forward on offense. Quick handoff. Looked like to Vanderwerf. Little shuttle over to Shizzle. He'll cut in and out, get that first down, fight his way to the 25.
I would say first down. Nice play. Fake the dive. Throw that quick out to Cale on the flat. Picks up the first down. So that's going to bring it up right at the 20, right inside, right, I would say, market. It says on the 25, but we're inside. We'll say on the 24, right in almost in the middle of the field.
Shotgun, Treptow ducking in behind Vanderwerf, cuts out behind him, does a little spin, and drops near the 20-yard line.
That's, where your kid, you're 6'3", 6'4", he turns and spins. He's probably going to get at least 3 yards, going forward. So it's going to bring up second and a manageable about 6.
So they brought in J.D. Sather to cover Althouse's position in that right tackle, as he's sitting alongside Hunter Surley.
We're going to go out. Trips left. It's going to go Wyatt. Nice job. First down. It's kind of, I'm not saying Wyatt's slowing down, but right now he's being a lot more patient runner. He's doing a nice job. That's a sign of a running back. You got to see what the defense is kind of giving you. The linemen open up that hole. Sometimes you got to read them. You got to hit that hole a little bit faster. Right now he's being pretty patient and letting the holes open up, and he's taking advantage of picking up that first down. So that's going to put us right outside, right on the 10. So it's first and goal, or first and 10, right inside the 13 or 14.
Bucknell ready to run some block. Treptow escapes a touch, still on his feet, gets tackled, but picked up about 2 yards.
Yeah. That's going to be the last play, and that's not a bad. It's going to put us, inside the pretty close, right on the 10. Second, and we can pick up the first down. So here comes. We've got the fourth quarter.
Caleb Olson on that stop for Union as Jesup trying to continue on the winning way. Won last week with a victory on this field in a rain-drenched game. 8-0 over West Marshall Union. They are 0-5 right now, looking for the first victory of the year, and they just seem so close.
They seem so close. if you came here and you're watching them play right now, you would think that Union would probably be up because the way that second half started, how they're running the ball, even on some of those plays, came up a little short on a nice fourth down play. We got to stop. So we're sitting okay here. You've got to try to put the hay in the barn. The old phrase. You got to score. We've got to score because that's going to have to put pressure on Union. Maybe they can't keep running the ball. They're going to have to maybe throw the ball a little bit more because they're going to want to eat up clock. So it's a big series for the Jayhawks on this drive. Try to put some points on the board. A touchdown would, extend it by, 2 scores. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking to try to keep that always that 2-score lead.
Just got a text from my wife that we got TP'd during the game. So explain that
nice.
to me. You got some rogue people out there.
Must be.
Going.
They know where everybody's at.
I guess. And our cameras didn't pick it up, she said.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Looking right now where they're working on Jacob is they're looking at more of his ankle instead of his knee. So maybe that's a little bit, hopefully it's a little bit better. I mean, I'm not a PT, AT doctor, so.
But you've been around enough with
I've been around enough.
Things.
Oh, a little fake.
Trepto's
going to do
trying to duck in and push through close to that 5-yard line.
He did. I think he tried to throw that little screen pass. Union came up, took it away, and he did a nice job being smart and get a positive gain. It's going to put it third down and about 4 to go, right about there. So, yeah, third down, about 4 to go.
Oshner into snap, looking for a long shotgun to Treptow. And there was that fake off to the left again.
Yeah, I don't know I'm not going to say who's making the mistake there, but I don't think Ryan wants to open up that left side with no one there because that's taking it away. Either he's, misread. So now we're going to maybe try another field goal attempt. Last one was blocked. Hopefully we learn from this and, see if we can be successful on this one.
That front line defensively has just been hard to stop with Union trying to bust in. So we are looking at getting that ball to the 5-yard line, and they're going to
call a timeout.
Have a 22-yard attempt?
We were short a player on the field goal attempt. Said this before in many broadcasts. When you're on the sideline, your helmet's on, you got to be paying attention. Sometimes it's tough because things are going on. You're talking to friends, you're not paying attention. But in situations like that, not us being ready costs us a timeout.
55 plays, 279 yards offensively for Jesup. 41 plays, 135 yards for Union. They've turned that ball over twice. Jesup, knock on wood, fortunately has not had that to deal with yet tonight.
We haven't had that yet, but we've had, a lot of costly turnover or costly penalties. So.
And Wyatt Vanderwerf, 13 rushes, 93 yards. He's pushing 100.
Go in for that field goal attempt. Left foot kicker. He's going to have to push that a little bit more to the left. Come on, Wyatt.
Keep that line out of there.
And that's going to be
chump chip up and not going to work.
Far left. We'll have to be
a lot of pressure.
Left.
A lot of pressure from that line coming in defensively.
Yeah.
So, 10:42 to go. Jesup will go back on defense.
You got to get it, stop. You can't let Union get momentum and get it past. You got them pinned down. Fortunately, they get the ball where the extra point was attempted from, so they get the ball from there.
So that ball sitting at the 20-yard line. Wind is picked up a little more out of that southeast. Back to about what we had at kickoff. And Union rolls that far right side. Mays Weber, sophomore.
Nice job.
Up just past that goal line, past the line of scrimmage.
Past the line. It looked like he got a little bit of a farther gain. He tried really hard. Well, they're going to give him a pretty generous spot. From up here, they're going to give him 4 yards on that. But it looked like he got
To the near. One far side for Union.
Looking to throw.
Quick pass downfield. Catch and go. Still on his feet. Take it down near the sideline. That pass is complete in the hands of Justin Luke.
Yeah, it's going to push him closer to the 50-yard line. That's going to, it's a good play for Union.
The run has worked for him, but that's also going to move the clock a little bit quicker. Getting some more movement. Sorensen this time takes the ball on his own. We haven't seen him carry that ball much by himself since that first quarter.
No, he took a defender with him, and we had a guy came in. He still picked up about 4 yards after we had a guy on him. Right now, we're going past the defender, or our defenders are going past them and not wrapping up, or we're just wrapping to it. We're going right. We're not breaking down. We got to break down a little bit better. Looking at that quick throw out screen.
There's Mays. Nick trying to cover. Good wrap. Pulls him out of bounds about the 44-yard line.
Down for the Union.
Good tackle for Moore.
Yeah, good open field tackle, but they're going to pick up that first down. So they're inside. They're right on the 44. 9:16 left. They're looking to drive again.
Jacob Oldhouse, helmet on, shoe on.
Yeah.
He's been taped up a little bit, but he's hobbling, so I guess I'd be surprised if Coach wants to take a risk on putting him back in. Got held up on a long run from Wyatt Vanderwerf. He was collateral damage on the tackle. And a keeper with Sorensen.
Yeah, right there, you got to break down.
Skirt through.
Yeah.
And keeps on his feet.
We got to do.
Was not ready for that.
No, we were not. We were getting beat pretty much up front, pretty bad. Got to make sure we get off those blocks.
Ball in the 40 of Jessup. And they have completely shut out Kyle Bucknell of trying to get in that backfield.
They have. They've kind of neutralized that blitz that we've used. They're going off that wide right side. He's doing a nice job reading the blocks. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down. We did a better job of turning him in the inside, didn't let him get to the outside, so that's going to bring up third and about 3.
Mays Weber, the ball carrier. Cooper Spoor, number 87 out there.
Big time for a turnover here.
Split left side. See what they can do with these receivers.
Looking to throw.
Spoor,
get some pressure.
Open downfield,
and
opportunity, even though double coverage.
Yeah.
Credit to Logan Rossauer.
Got to get somebody in front. Ball was in the air. The quarterback was able to keep going, moving, rolling to his left and set his feet and make a nice throw. Right into almost into double coverage. It's going to bring up right on the 15.
First down and 10. Score would, touchdown would tie it up.
Oh, that's a legal motion. Yeah, it's coming back. One thing I did learn about that, it's actually, since it's not a legal motion to actually they snap the ball. So in that legal motion, you have to let it play out, and then you back it up 5 yards.
Mays Weber on that carry, bring it back. And another situation where Union had forward momentum, and now they're going backwards.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards on that first down. But the way they've been running the ball in that last pass play,
they've got plenty of time.
They have plenty of time. They have all 3 timeouts.
First and 15.
Looking to screen.
Swope gets the catch and tackle made by Jesup. Give credit to Skylar Blatt.
Skylar Blatt did a nice job coming up there. Kale missed him on the initial tackle, and Skylar Blatt came up and cleaned him up. Kale just kind of overran him a little bit. Skylar was there just to get a minimum gain. Otherwise, we would probably had him for another loss.
Defense really needs to step up here.
We've got to get a stop. We're going off that right side again. Now we're going to do a little bit better
Luke.
job. Still a little too much.
Luke on that run. Bucknell on that stop.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. We're going to pick up. They picked up about 4 yards on that carry, so.
Big 3rd down.
Big 3rd down for the Jayhawks.
Sorensen, quarterback.
Throw.
Looking back. Looking for some opportunity. He's going to roll that far side. Little duck in, and it is caught, but Bucknell's going to make the stop.
It's going to be short about 3 yards, I think.
Give credit to Justice Luke for catching that with the pressure he had.
Yeah, pretty much got to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up big 4th down for the Union Knights.
You got no choice but to go for it.
Yeah, you got to, that's to be a long field goal. I guess if they try to field goal, try to stop, get a score.
But you need a touchdown to tie it.
Yeah.
You might as well go for it here in the 4th down with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. Well, play clock has stopped, but the play clock shouldn't have stopped. Unless they got an injury timeout. Maybe that's what it is. One guy came off. So now they're winding it, so the clock starts now.
4th down and 4.
4th and 4.
That ball is on the 9-yard line.
Pay attention. Don't jump. Going off.
Oh, handoff.
And it's going to be short.
Duck around and still fighting through. Vanderwerf tries to pull him back.
That's going to be short.
And they've got to really watch that and see where that ended up. And it's going to be
short about 2 yards.
And Jesup, they are bringing Aldhouse back in. He'll hobble in, number 60. And Jesup, they've got nowhere to go but forward right now.
You cannot take a penalty back here. This is one. You can't take a penalty. You can't have a first turnover. You got to keep going positive. You got to run the ball, or easy catching pitches.
Fight through, duck and go.
Yeah. Well, I just had one guy hang on to him. He could bring. That's a good carry. Brings up second 5 yards, and that's exactly what you want. Like you said before, Nate, it was like you can't have these guys come to the sideline and talk to them because they got to keep playing, both sides. Where there's a couple of plays we've seen where Ryan's opened up to the wrong side, he can't get that really corrected tonight, and that's something at practice and maybe after the game. They'll sit around and talk to him about it.
Aldhouse comes off. Vanderwerf again. Hammer it through. Keep fighting. Hang on to that ball.
Yeah, it's going to be first down.
And again, an advantage. Jesup has not turned that over at all. Union's given it up twice.
Yeah. Like I said,
move the chains.
You got to ground and pound. No penalties, no turnovers.
Stays disciplined, try and take the wind out of the sails of Union. Nick Moore, bring him here to the near side. Larson and Chisel on that far. And another handoff to Wyatt Vanderwerf, and he's going to get held up at the line, but maybe picked up a yard on that.
Maybe got a yard, got a little bit. Maybe it's going to be push the stick about a not even quite a yard. We'll give them 2nd and 9. So it's going to be about 2nd and 9.
Clock rolls, 4:15 to go.
Right now, that's the most important thing. Positive yards and the clock rolls for us.
So really watching that play clock. Be generous with that.
Yeah. Now he's going to send out Wyatt. Draw.
Now he's going to try and take it on his own as Ryan Treptow
It's going to be a
get
big
held
pile
up with
of
a
people,
pile
yeah.
at the line of scrimmage, and
gonna
he
pick
will.
up about 3 yards.
He's going to push all the way to
Yeah.
that 25.
Yeah, he did a nice job with the line right there. And the other thing is that why that's happening is clock is eating up. Now, it's also a double-edged sword for us because we're eating up clock. If we don't get a scoring drive or eat it up,
Yeah,
then
at least the first down.
Yeah, so you got to keep picking up first downs because you can't all of a sudden then roles get reversed and Union's going to score and we don't have any time left to try to go down and match. So it's a big chess game.
This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Harlan Technology. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Big
I'm
third
Nate
down.
Clayberg. That's Jason Pilcher and Jesup.
And he's
keeping
gonna
it
pick it
drive. The
up.
ball is Ryan Treptow. Just keeps chugging along. Gets a first down and is shy of the 40-yard line.
Now you're going to get there. Now Union's got to think about calling a couple time. You know, they still have all 3 of their timeouts, so they could probably stop the clock. They got to wind it. As soon as they're set, the referee will give the signal. Start the clock. They're set. You usually want to snap it within 5. We're pretty close to that.
And
Nice
straight
run.
on hit. How about that hard hit? Helmet to helmet. Vanderwerf fights through for about 8.
Union guy's going to be down, I think, so that's going to be a timeout for injury.
That was face mask to face
That
mask
was
right there.
You know, if you ever hear and watch football game, low man wins. Right there, Wyatt was lower than the defender, and that's why he, pancaked him and went right over top of him. And that was pick up 7 yards on the first down.
Yeah, he dazed him a little bit.
He did.
Straight on, and Jesup with the chance to try and regroup. Do want to give credit to Aiden Bergman joining in the Wall of Fame here earlier, coming in as a freshman from wrestling. Emma Bose inducted on the Wall of Fame from her honors in state track. Cooper Hines coming in. He was a freshman last year, finishing 4th at state in 106. Morgan Kroll, 10th place at the state golf meet. Lainey Pilcher, you're able to represent out there, Eddie.
Yeah, she wasn't able to come tonight.
So,
so that was nice.
Honor there for second team All-State for basketball. And Kayla Wymore getting an honor too as she gets honored for softball. So, 411 repeat members included Jack Miller for basketball, baseball, Mackenzie Wilson for cross country, Claire Wright for track and cross country, and Caitlin Zelli, for distance medley relay, as she is a repeating member.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to be up there. I know it's, especially some of those guys have been up there. Like, you think of those cross country girls, Mackenzie and Claire. I mean, consistently, barring something bad happening, you think they're going to, they'll probably hopefully be running at the state cross country meet again in Fort Dodge. If I remember right, I think they're both in the top 5. I know Claire is, and Mackenzie's not too far behind her.
And they're always 1, 2, 2, 3 when you look at meets.
Yeah, and on Tuesday, if you're here in town, the cross country meet out here, the golf course, the town was packed with people for that. That's a big meet out there, and they do a nice job. Coach Green, we said that before. Many a time we've had Nick up here to get those kids out there, as many kids as he does, and what he does a phenomenal job.
I believe Andrew Sadler was the player that was helped off the field.
Yeah, so right now.
So not necessarily. I thought maybe he rung his bell a little bit, but it was his foot.
So right now the clock starts because it wasn't, the ball didn't go out of bounds after the injury timeout. Now we get the ball, call the play, probably get it within about 5 seconds, come up and snap it. And this is where Union's probably, when it gets closer to the 120, 110 mark, that's when they probably got to start calling timeout.
And there's Vanderwerf. He has been given the ball, and he's going to work.
That's all you need right there. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to look nice. All you got to do is pick up that first down, and that's what Wyatt and the offensive line did.
And they're like, let's quickly move those chains so we get that clock moving.
That's exactly right. You want those chains to start. But, yeah, like I said, Union's called the first timeout. Now if we're going to be running the ball right now, which we are, they're going to have to probably call a timeout because otherwise you're going to eat 25, 30 seconds on every single play.
So 1st and 10, we are into Union territory, as this has to be one of the most tightly contested games we've had on this field in a few years.
In a few years, you know, I'll wait till after the game to say anything like that, but yeah, I mean, we've done a nice, you've got to hold on right now because right now Union's telling their players right now, you got to go for the ball. You know, you can take a penalty or two being aggressive. You're not trying to hurt anybody. But right now, Union right now is saying you've got to wrap up. But when you wrap up, you've got to, you got to go for the ball. You got to try to punch it out, however you want to get to it. And right now, Coach McMartin and the staff are telling Wyatt and Ryan is that ball has to be protected at all times.
Treptow was the leading rusher coming in tonight, and I think Vanderwerf's going to take that honor after this game.
So right now they're going to put Kyle still in that up back position. I would guess they're going to go straight ahead with Ryan.
He hangs on to it, gets out of a tackle, takes a spin down past the 45.
That's exactly what you want to do. Positive yards. It's going to bring up, Union's going to call that second timeout. Which regardless if we don't pick up, it's going to be second and about 5. So that next timeout Union's going to have to think about because now they got to think if we don't get a stop, we got to maybe save one timeout if we do get the ball back. And that's the other thing right now Union's probably thinking about because they're trying to play the strategy of, yeah, we've got to get a stop. At the same time, do we save one timeout in our pocket just in case we do get the ball back and get a ball in the middle of the field and we have to stop the clock and we can't clock it, spike it to stop the clock. So, like I said before, it's a chess game. Hopefully we win that. We go checkmate.
Some good conversation seemingly having that huddle.
Yeah.
Break them up, have a strategy in place. And that front line has got to be You've got to be there. You've got to be there. You've got to key on your block, make your block. You know the block, where it's at. It's not a scheme block. We're not zone block. We're just going one-on-one blocks. Union might have to take a couple chances right there and go right to Wyatt. And he's going to pick up the first down. Yeah, he just explodes out of that backfield and that's going to move the chains. Just keeps running. And we have another Union defender down. Yeah, he got up. That's going to move the chains. Or they're going to mark it short. Bring in the white hat, see what he thinks. See what white hat. Look for how he got it from going by the spot from here. That's a first down. It's really close. Really close. Really close. We're 2 for 2 on spots. Say we get that team out of the way. We get Clark and his magic zoom in there to see what we can find out. Oh, here he comes. So we just need to move Bucknell out of the way. I think it's going to be first down. There we go. Yeah, it's first down by a whole football almost. And I think we do have it by a nose. Yeah, they got it. Down. Way to go, Eric. Yeah. So now this is what the situation is for the Jayhawks. Get up. They've got to set the change right back where they were. First down. As soon as they set the chains, the referee's going to clock it, start the clock. And that means Union's going to either they have to take a timeout or they got to because right now you're pretty much in victory formation for the Jayhawks. And right now, Union's going to take their last timeout, probably to discuss what they need to do. And that's the situation. So looks like Jessup's going to move on to a record of 3-3, 500 on the year. Union will drop to 0-6, 0-3 in district play. Jesup will go on the positive side of district play to 2-1 and really put you kind of in a driver's seat. Are we talking ahead of ourselves here? Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing is it's still alive to host the game. How the situation works out is maybe you finish runner-up in the district. If you finish runner-up, you get to host a game. And I think even some of the third place, I don't know, I'd have to look, how far it goes. But there's a chance could host the game. You never know.
all these games, hopefully going forward, are winnable. So right now, Jackson go and you call a victory formation.
And really, this is a game that these coaches are going to really dissect.
They are.
And Union exposed some weaknesses of where Jesup needs to work on that front line, on the defense as well. And find some backups to play in there as Vanderwerf, actually Treptow will take that knee down at the 45. Clock continues to roll.
And they really can't do anything now to stop it. It's pretty much what I was going to say earlier. I don't want to jinx this. The homecoming game a few years ago, we went Osage here. We got a lead. Osage was coming back. Us up here, Jace was running it in, had a wide open touchdown and slid. And everybody, including us, goes, "What's he doing?" Everybody in the crowd didn't realize people were yelling at him. But he knew exactly how much time. They had no timeout left.
Yep.
And won the game because the clock was going to run out, not give the ball back to Osage. I think it was a 2-point. I can't remember what the score was.
Right.
But that was one of the, and I think that was a homecoming game. Or I don't know if it was, but that was one of those close games like we just talked about.
Third down. Another snap.
That's going to be it. You know what? Like Al Davis said years ago, just win, baby. And that's all you got to do. A win is a win. And that's a big win for the Jayhawks going into district play. Pick up a win.
So Jesup, final score 13-7 as 10 seconds ticks off the clock. Jesup first to score with a Treptow run in the end zone. 4 yards in. 2-point conversion failed, made it 6-0. 6:11 to go in the first half. Jesup Shizzle catches a 42-yard bomb, and extra point is good, 13-0. And then here comes Union in the second half. Sadler with an 8-yard carry makes it 13-7. And Eddie, at that point, I'm like, I'm not sure how this is going to end.
Exactly. I'm guessing that yardage-wise, Union outgained us in that second half by probably a considerable amount. But I'd still say, like, probably the play of the game was still when Kyle Bucknell made that strip. Union was driving down the first half. Kyle came out of nowhere. Union had the first down. Kyle stripped the ball and went about 10 yards. You know, that was kind of the momentum of that there to shift from Union to us. And we just kind of held on and made the plays at the end.
And give credit to all involved. Coaches, players, no matter who it is, you stuck with this team. They kept after it. There was plenty of times where Jesup could have just, like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that defense, or I don't know what to do with the offense.
Exactly. You know, we kind of, you know, they're getting 4 or 5 yards a chunk. We tried 2 field goals. They didn't go too well. You know, Union came after that, and they drove the ball, and it looked like Union was going to take the go-ahead score and win the game.
Well, let me get some final stats here as Zach Knutson shoots them up to me. Again, 13-7 is our final. Ryan Treptow, 127 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Wyatt Vanderwerf, 123 yards.
Nice.
Jason. And then 58 receiving yards for Cale Shizzle tonight is what he will get credit with. But looking at defensive numbers, just trying to see if I can get a sense of what Zach sent me, and I only get what I get. Yeah. A lot different passing and rushing than we had last week.
Yeah, I mean, a great night for football. And of course, it was a beautiful night, but it's even better because the Jayhawks get a win on homecoming. And that's, you know, that's a great night because, you know, this is what most coaches, they hate the homecoming game because everything is messed up. It's not a normal day. Everything's out of routine. It's pretty much an all-day party.
Yeah.
And coaches hate that for a game day.
Well, it's a win. 13-7. Jesup wins homecoming. They go to 3-3, and we will get through Iowa Falls Alden next week. Move on to face Vinton Shellsburg on October the 13th, and then October 20th. That's the wild card.
That's the wild card, and who knows what's going to happen. And, you know, next 2 weeks, that's going to play a big part of that.
So, our next broadcast on the Jayhawks Sports Network to be announced, I guess, is what we're saying when it comes down to football. Otherwise, it's going to be into basketball. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube page and like us on Facebook. For Jason Pilcher and our entire on-site crew of Anthony Baugh, who is our on-site producer, as well as Eric Clark, our camera operator, I'm Nate Clayberg from the Hawks Nest here in, I guess it's not the Hawks Nest, it's the press box at Lorraine Sabres. Press box here in Jessup. Again, the final score, Jesup 13, Union 7. Can watch this entire game again on replay on Facebook and YouTube, and also many other athletic events. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks, and good night.